chief guest, chief.
थांबा जाऊ द्या. चालू द्या. लाईव्ह दाखवले आपण डायरेक्ट पूर्ण. आम्ही तर ते पुढं बघता घ्या.
A very warm welcome to the chief guest and guest of honor. I welcome you all. Please take your seats before we begin. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, hello there. Before we begin today's proceedings, I would like to call upon everyone to join in a brief moment of silence. We mourn the passing of Honorable Mr. Ajit Pawar, the former Deputy Chief Minister of Maharashtra, a leader who dedicated decades to public service and to the development of the state. Tragically, he lost his life in a plane crash on 28 January, an event that has deeply saddened people across the country and beyond. Let us take 2 minutes of silence to honor his memory, reflect on his contributions, and our thoughts and condolences to his family and all those lives whom he touched. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I now request everyone one more time to please stand and honor our national anthem. Let's begin today's conference with the pride and respect. Can I have the national anthem, please?
हे मध्ये काय येते रे?
Thank you, everyone. Please take it. Phadtare Knowledge City, can I hear you one more time? A big round of applause for everyone here. Thank you, that was great. Good morning and a very warm welcome to all our distinguished guests, respected dignitaries, eminent scholars, researchers, academicians, industry experts, and our dear participants. It is truly an honor and a privilege to welcome you all to this international conference hosted by Phadtare Knowledge City in association with Lancaster University, New Jersey, USA, and ASCOM, that is Africa Asia Scholars Global Network, Global South Economic Forum, that is GSEF, London, UK. Brings together the global intellect, multidisciplinary innovation, and a future-focused thinking all on one platform. So today is not just the start of conference, it is the beginning of the conversation that will inspire innovation and transform tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen and all the students here, let me hear your energy. Please put your hands together for this extraordinary coming together of brilliant minds across the globe and for everyone here one more time. So today's world is changing faster than ever before. Industries are evolving, healthcare systems are being reimagined, and technology, research, management are no longer separate disciplines, but they are deeply interconnected. And that is why today's symposium is not just relevant, it is essential. The symposium title for the international gathering is International Summit on Future-Ready Pharmacy, Engineering and Management Science, Advancing Knowledge Through Multidisciplinary Innovation. This summit is a collective step toward future-ready professionals, encouraging cross-disciplinary collaboration and fostering global knowledge exchange. Big round of applause for the symposium title. And yes, we are definitely proud to host this prestigious two-day international summit here at Phadtare Knowledge City, Kalam, Valchanagar, Indapur. A hub for engineering, pharmacy, management education committed to academic excellence and innovation-driven learning. Please put your hands together one more time for the Phadtare Knowledge City, Kalam. So before we proceed, allow me to introduce myself. Namaskar, Adab, Sat Shri Akal, came to Majama. So yes, by the time you got it now, I'm an RJ, professional international radio artist and coach, and definitely it gives me an immense pleasure to anchor this two-day international conference. I'm really grateful for this opportunity given to me. And standing here today, anchoring the summit, is shaping the future of pharmacy, engineering and management science. It's truly meaningful experience for me, both professionally and personally. Thank you one more time, and I guess this is going to be a greatest experience for you as well, who's going to go out in the world and rock one day, right? I need a lot of energy from the audience over here. Come on! You guys are students, go ahead to see the energy. Thank you. So now we move towards the inauguration and Saraswati Puja. So ladies and gentlemen, in Indian tradition, lighting the lamp symbolizes the removal of darkness and awakening of knowledge, wisdom and clarity. It marks an auspicious beginning and reminds us that every great journey starts with a single flame of learning. On this meaningful note, we now begin the inaugural ceremony of International Summit on Future-Ready Pharmacy, Engineering and Management Science. And it is my honor to invite our esteemed dignitaries to kindly grace for the Diya lighting ceremony and the Saraswati Puja. पद्मासने संस्थिता वन्दे तां परमेश्वरीं भगवतीं धीप्रदां शारदाम्। Let's begin with today's conference. It is my distinct honor to introduce the visionary academic leader whose dedication to education and institutional excellence has shaped countless futures. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Arun Gullikar, Campus Director of Phadtare Knowledge City, Nagar. With over 33 rich years experience spanning academia, university governance and industry, including 20 remarkable years as a director, Dr. Ingley has been closely associated with Savitribai Phule Pune University, contributing through multiple statutory roles that have strengthened academic quality and the governance. A prolific academic contributor, he holds 2 published patents in innovative teaching and learning practices, has guided doctoral scholars and serves as editor-in-chief at the Vacant International Journal of Basic and Applied Sciences. His role as academic advisor to reputed institutions further reflects his commitment to advancing higher education. Most importantly, his visionary leadership, unwavering commitment has been instrumental in conceptualizing and successfully executing this international conference, bringing together global intellect on one powerful platform. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Arun Ingley.
Good morning. Respected dignitaries on the dais, my dear participants who are coming from India and some international participants also. It gives me immense pleasure and deep sense of gratitude for this today's August gathering for an international summit on future ready pharmacy, engineering, management, for Nan Kala Jada Kendra Pratishtha's Phadtare Knowledge City, based in a small village, Kalapalai, Nagar. Today's eminent guest was asking me about what does it mean of Jnana, Kala, Jada and Kendra. Jnana means knowledge, Kala means skill, Jada means sport, Kendra means the center where we are trying to explore the academic excellence with the thought of an extraordinary visionary leader. So at the outset, today, I extend my warm, respectful greetings to the esteemed dignitaries on the dais, whose presence made us a great value and inspiration to the on this global platform. We are deeply privileged with today's conference president, Honorable Phadtare sir, and President of Phadtare Knowledge City, Secretary Honorable Phadtare sir, our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Jay Phadtare, Mrs. Kalyani ma'am, and Dr. Shailaja ma'am, and other trustees of Phadtare Knowledge Cities. Nan Kala Kendra Pratishthan's Phadtare Knowledge City is not only a concept, it's a visionary accomplishment by all the trustees of Phadtare Knowledge City who are witnessing today's event. Because this vision leadership will never automatically. It's a matter of commitment, it's a matter of entrepreneurial activity, it's a matter of foresighting scenes, thought process of the challenges arising on the rural development activity, of sustainable development, the passion and the commitment which Phadtare Group took. It's invincible and extraordinary. So that was the thought. I would like to brief about today's International Summit. A very special heartful welcome to the today's chief guest, who has specially spared it almost a week because, as you know, he is traveling from the man international global platform almost for countries, short countries, and European and Asian countries also. The man who is none other than Mr. Abdul Mohamad. In brief, or recalling, as a Canadian, he is the Group Executive President of South Asia Scholars Global Forum, the Founder Executive Chairman of Global South Economic Forum, London, UK. Sir, you taught leadership in global cooperations, inclusive development, sustainable development, as well as on global south of truly inspiring and even previous platform across India and international level is to be commendable. Thank you very much for your very valuable time. We welcome you on behalf of Phadtare Knowledge City. We are equally honored to have presence of Dr. Chhatak sir. He is the Pro-Chancellor of Columbus University, New Jersey, USA. Extraordinary visionary in academics, working on national and international platform for the academic engagement, collaborations, and as per the new education policy of India, he is trying to enhance the many activities which are supposed to be an important role for Dr. Chhatak sir. So welcome Dr. Chhatak sir. And one welcome our respected Dr. Khedkar sir, the Vice President of Keynote University. He is a very respected and renowned academician, not only in Maharashtra but on Indian and global platform. And he is an advisory for ASGAW also. He is jointly and closely working with Mr. Abdul sir. He is a man of innovation, he is a man of education, he is a man of institutions. So welcome on behalf of Phadtare Knowledge City. My colleagues, my friends, Dr. Abdul, Director of Guardia College, Dr. Abdul, Director of Anekam Institute, Dr. Phadtare, Director of Institute of Management, all other eminence, those are present here, and distinguished guests who have spared their time, including my international participants, those who are coming all the way from various places. As I have been informed that they are research scholars, but they are today as a matter of a broad moment to be participants and attending to this conference. So welcome to all the international. Thank you for coming. And for everything, the special appreciation always favors for everything. This conference was the basic concept of our dynamic leader, Dr. Khedkar. He was available 24/7 for any concept. As you know, all trustee members are aware. I am just a man of motivator trying to fulfill the activity which is supposed to be done by the key person, but all the principles of the team member. He is really putting his extraordinary hard work, and that concept has been brought from his end that we should have a conference for these intellectual authorities. As a passionate member, he is the principal of Pharmacy College. Second, Dr. Deshmukh ma'am, principal of Engineering College, very dynamic, recently trying to make a future for engineering domains. Dr. Nibalkar sir, with HOD and Research Center Head. So this is about a conference because for every behind success, there is need of extraordinary people, those who are working behind the banners. And for every curtain, there is need of a manpower who always strive and work hard with the collaboration of these institutional people. Even in backside also, there are many people that are working with very people who know their name, but the entire team has tried to reach up to the expectation of the conference committee members, all the committee members are trying hard. We will try hard for coming 2 days to reach up to the expectation of the participants. But at back end also, I must not forget to announce the name of Monica Akhademaram, because finance department is by her. So we always done behind her, but she is available for every activity. So let me brief about this Phadtare Knowledge City. So as I told you, the Gyan Kalakara Distance Phadtare Knowledge City is a concept started back in 2007 with a visionary leader of Phadtare sir and Mr. Honorable Phadtare sir. They took a challenge. It's an underdeveloped area. It's a small village. As you well driving also you must have seen. It's a very challenging area. It was very difficult to establish the institute in such area where everything is challenged. Start from making availability of human resource to start development of the infrastructure activity. But that challenge is accepted, and after 20 years you can see the transformation of this Phadtare Knowledge City with the many institutions and covering many courses, starts from engineering, management, pharmacy, skill development of idea, CBS, A6 kind of schools, and apart from that they are running with this activities of this competitive examinations with the NEET and all the examinations run by the state government. Apart from that, we have collaborations from the school people with the nursing classes also. So that are helping us to encourage and develop the activities of academic arena. Yes, definitely there is a much scope to develop because we are at the beginner stage. But the time will come. In 20 years, this miracle can be made possible by this Phadtare family. I think everything is possible. Nothing is impossible. They have proved it. That is the brief about the Phadtare Knowledge City, and they are not only entrepreneurial academic activity, they are in entrepreneurial activity also. As you name it in logistics, engineering, fabrication, agriculture services, dairy farming, infrastructures, there are many things they are doing. So, entrepreneurial activity as well as entrepreneurial activity. As per as this conference is concerned, we were talking about with all the principals members and all the committee members. So the panel were decided about these emerging trends. Why not to go for this future ready conference for all the domains for engineering, management and pharmacy education. Dr. Khedkar sir has given good thought on that and has worked on that. Very tireless man, 24/7, and that could make it possible. He has influenced all of us to work 24/7, and that is the outcome today we are seeing. That I am very proud to say that for this conference, over 800 respondents have responded and they have registered for this conference. Around 100 papers have received and that will be published with scientific partner with this international collaboration with informatics. They have their own journals having more than 10 to 12 journals. Within one of the referral journal, selected paper recommended by the reviewers will be published in the journals. Even we have got a good response of total presentations. Around 50 plus, 100 plus faculty participation will be there for 2 days conference, and students of course 400 plus. So let us have extraordinary activity, and I am very happy to share with that. So more than 3 universities have participated. We are affiliated with Souvenir University and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar University. Apart from that, we got a responses from Ajit University, JSP University, Indira University, MGM University, Suresh Gyan Bihar International University, Rajasthan, and many other universities also. So, few name of them. But I am very happy that this was a trial effort which was made by the committee members under the dynamic leadership of Khedkar sir. But really, this has worked out, and we could do something extraordinary. So, this is about the total things. Rest of the conference thing and presentations things will be timely informed to all of us. But apart from this, one important activity we are going to do it for this global platform, that is memorandum of understanding. As today's eminent chief guest, Mr. Abdul Mohamad sir has consented along with Dr. Chhatak sir from University for long-term MOU for the academic development as well as for a win-win situation where it is possible with aid of on global platform for generating funds and giving the benefit to the students. Those students those who are interested to do their education at free of cost at international standard. So Dr. Abdul Mohamad sir will be a right person who will help us for keeping that window open for all of the students as a number you know this minimum 4,000 start from IT and KG to PG to PhD. So hope that most of the students, those who are interested, they will definitely make a note of visiting website. We will be keeping all the information on website and they will update accordingly and get the information and have connections with this international platform. So because it is a basic concept of the smart cities to smart villages where rural education and sustainable development will be possible. Our today's chief minister talking about what does it mean about what was the intention to call me here from all the way London to this small village of Nagar. Sir, I am very happy and proud to say that you are the man where you can do something extraordinary for this Indian education system, and that will begin with, and we will be in position to collaborate with you on international platform. So let us work together and we will try to find out the proper output. Ultimately, as you rightly said, everything should be outcome-based education. And as per new education policy, we will definitely work on outcome-based education. As you know that why this collaboration is there, all the students from management, engineering, are aware, we have a good collaboration and this international platform license with the UK, as well as US, and even South Africa territories. So when both countries are having a good relations, so why not to get the benefit of the external people from the particular region, what they are doing with there, what we can in our region with the help of their cooperations. That was the only intention to have a collaboration with these people. And today we are with us an Indian advisor from Khedkar. He is roaming across the world on various platforms. So we will be getting help from him to understand what the best we can do. We will talk about this person in our city. Because in the beginning we try to do many practices on trial basis, but it would be difficult and challenging to make it happen as a successful. So success will not come automatically. Our management support is with us, a team of all the principals and all the organizing committee members are working hard, and we are serious, not for a moment, but we are serious for the entire development of the things are concerned. That is the only intentions. So we will be having a meet with this integrated personality on the ranks. As you know that now this 2026 is there, and 120 plus billions investments from India will be from Africa and South African countries, and we are directly supporter and helping raising the hand and raising the voice of all African people as well as European countries also. That is the reason. Thank you very much for coming and spending your time here. And you also all the participants, all the people coming from various places, you just I would like to highlight one important thing. We are located at the rural area. We have many limitations. And when person is working under limitations, so he, after having some extraordinary passion also, he may commit some of the inconsistencies. So our committee members have tried to make best arrangement of the hospitality, food, and proper presentations, may it be online and physical presentation. But in case something happens, you can bring it to our committee members. We will try to make it possible and we will see with that. Even 2 days conference will be an extraordinary feast for your experiences and you will carry good memories for these 2 days activities. That is the reason I am just requesting you, try to cooperate with us. We will be with you 24/7 and we will sit with your conference and all the presentations and go through it. With this, I would like to thank all the participants and dignitaries on the dais for spending their valuable time, and I welcome each extraordinary person sitting on the dais and of the dais, including participants. I wish you all the best for each one of you. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Mohamad.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward in this prestigious gathering, it is now time for the moment that symbolizes the knowledge, innovation and collective academic spirit. The inauguration, felicitation and of course souvenir and scientific abstract book inauguration press release by all the chief guests and guests of honor. So I will call upon for the felicitation of the chief guest and guest of honor, Dr. Abdul Mohamad. Phadtare sir. Big round of applause for Dr. Abdul. Honorable Mr. Phadtare, felicitate Khedkar sir, Dr. Khedkar. May I have a big round of applause, come on people. Thank you, that is secretary indeed. Honorable Mr. Chair Phadtare, please felicitate Dr. K.S. Chara. Dr. Khedkar sir, big round of applause, students. Thank you. Honorable Mr. Phadtare. Kindly felicitate Dr. K.S. Chara. Can we have Honorable Dr. Phadtare, please felicitate Dr. Anand Rao Kadas. Honorable Anmol English sir, felicitate Dr. Dhananjay Babu. Honorable Mrs. Kalyani Phadtare will now felicitate Dr. Dhaneshwar Prasad. Mr. Phadtare will now felicitate Dr. Zanvi.
गाडीतील आपला फोटो व्हिडिओ करायचा ते आपला दिसत नाही काही दिसत नाही
We now move towards the press release by all the chief guests and the guests of honor. Knowledge grows when it is shared, and today this hall is filled not just with the people, but with the curiosity, ideas, and future possibilities. If you believe learning never stops, can I hear a big yes from all of you? Yes. More louder, come on, our students, you had breakfast, right? Yes. A big yes I need. Yes. Thank you, that was great. Okay. Next we have the inauguration speech by Dr. Khedkar. Okay, we'll wait for a moment. Yeah. We'll now have the inauguration and the press release by all the chief guests of the Souvenir and the scientific abstract book. Big round of applause.
मास्क होऊन गेली बस काय बघतो याने भैया थोड़ा मान गिर तो क्या बस का
Thank you, everybody. Okay, we do have Mr. Sachin Bhore with us. Can I request Dr. Sachin Bhore with us? Can I request Honorable Chair Phadtare to kindly felicitate Dr. Sachin Bhore? A big round of applause for Dr. Sachin Bhore. Thank you for being with us, sir. We do have Dr. Mulay, sir. Can I request Dr. Engle kindly felicitate Mulay, sir. Thank you for being with us, sir. A big round of applause. Come on, children, everybody, to stand. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Dr. Abdul. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Moving forward, we'll now have inauguration speech by Dr. K.S. Chhatak. And it is great honor to introduce a distinguished academic visionary whose leadership and commitment to higher education have inspired institutions across the globe. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Kuldeep S. Chhatak, Pro-Chancellor of Lancaster University, New Jersey, USA. Big round of applause, Dr. Chhatak. With over 43 years of exemplary experience spanning government service, industry, and higher education, Dr. Chhatak is known for his transformational leadership and his ability to bring strong academic ecosystems that foster research, innovation, and professional excellence. Holding PhD in Human Resource Management from Savitribai Phule Pune University, he has guided scholars, authored numerous research publications and books, and contributed to patented innovations. His remarkable career also includes distinguished 26-year tenure as a civilian gazetted officer with the Ministry of Defence, Government of India, reflecting his dedication to service and governance. Dr. Chhatak has played pivotal role in achieving prestigious accreditations, forging global collaborations, mentoring educators to align academic excellence with societal progress. Fluent in multiple languages and deeply connected with professional global network, he continues to inspire scholars and institutions alike. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise to welcome exceptional educationist, mentor, global academic leader, Dr. Kuldeep S. Chhatak. Big round of applause for him.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning, all, sir.
Last month I received a call from
Jai
my great
Maharashtra.
friend Dr. Arun. It was very difficult for me to dishonor him. I got honored to be part of this conference, and therefore this conference is getting associated with our university, which is Lancaster University, New Jersey, USA. And instead, we also signed a couple of MOUs for the betterment of the Indian students, of course. Indian students, for example, India, but my university is there in US. Therefore, I have to use multiple references there. I'm sure you will excuse me. So at the end of the day, what we are looking for is we also acquire certain international certifications and programs. NEP 2020 gives you the privilege to add up additional value-added certifications along with your own regular university degrees. And most of you must be knowing, including the faculty, the ABC system, which is academic of credits. That is where the university and the NEP system allow you to add up additional credits. And we, being in US, our certificates, our degrees, whatever the level we have, we are all incorporating or having the credit system. So for details I'll have discussion with them later. But I encourage you to definitely and surely, while you are pursuing your regular degrees, also add up certain certificates from our university. There we can help you out, and this is the all help you out in getting better placements, better exposure, better skills. That is what the important is. So coming back, esteemed dignitaries on the dais, distinguished delegates, directors, principals of various colleges here, faculty members, the students and respected ladies and gentlemen. It's quite heartening to be here for this Indonesian summit on future ready, very emphasizing word here, future ready policy engineering and management sciences. I think very selectively they have chosen this word. That is the core requirement of the day to make all of you future ready. In fact, it's not only all of you, see people like the faculty and the people who are sitting on this side, we are also supposed to be equally conversant with the future readiness kind of requirements. So coming down, so imagine a rural Indian pharmacist partnering with the Silicon Valley engineer and a Singaporean management expert to develop AI-powered smart hills and predict disease outbreak. This vision captured the essence of multidisciplinary innovation, blending pharmacy, engineering, management to propel knowledge forward. Today, we will explore global breakthroughs alongside India's dynamic contributions, highlights concrete examples and data to chart the future ready plans. So then to delve deeper, a bit about the global frontiers in collaboration, let me also have a brief look. So interestingly, internationally, multidisciplinary terms are transforming these fields at the breakneck speed. During COVID-19, we have experienced mRNA vaccine developed exemplified this collaboration across US, UK, and Germany, fused biologists, engineers for lipid nanoparticles, delivery and others using agile framework, slashing timelines from years to months and weeks, boosting communication impact significantly. That is a live example which we have seen. Normally, a vaccine takes something around a couple of decades to time to get developed. But in COVID-19, we have seen this entire thing happening in a very short cycle manner in a few months' time. So, that also has happened with the Novartis leads in nanotechnology, drug delivery with the CAR T-cell therapy like Chimera targeting cancer precisely through the enduring pharma integration, including patent outcomes. Europe's Horizon programs showcases engineering pharmacy synergy in the Alpha Burst 2.0 project, developing bioreactors for sustainable API products that cut production time is 75% space by 80%, electricity by 95%, water by 98%. Management sciences try to lose these efforts. McKinsey notes cross-disciplinary agile models reducing the development cycles from 6 weeks to 1, enhancing quality. Yet, challenging challenges like the regulatory silos and ethical AI trials launch unified global action. So taking the cue as India's innovation powerhouse, let me also look at our contributions. India stands as the global leader, leveraging scale and frugality. Pharma exports surged 59% to $29 billion in 2024-25, while MedTech grew by 88% to $4 billion, driven by Atmanirbhar Bharat PLI scheme with 37,000 plus crores invested and 10,000 plus crores in sales in March 2025. Pfizer invested $20 million, that is 150 plus crores, in a global drug development center at IIT Madras, Chhatak, utilizing pharma sciences engineering for anti-infective and injectables. That is how this conjunction of pharma, engineering and management is playing a pivotal role in the entire scheme of things. Dr. Reddy's laboratories targets $500 million annual sales from semaglutide biosimilars by 2027, integrating peptide manufacturing, AI quality controls, and management by affordable generics. Molbio Diagnostics portable through that RT-PCR kind of peer testing in remote areas with ICMR approval for rapid COVID testing adaptations by pharmacists engineering teams. This PRIP scheme allocates 5,000 crores through financial year 2027-28 to NIPER centers for pharma, medtech, R&D. India's regard shines. This is also science and management and policies convergence. India's regard spirits shine through a brain drain, which is 1.3 million educated immigrants from 2015 to 2022. That includes 225,000 in 2022. That owes us 800. That needs to be steps. It will be unfair if I ignore within the global and Indian stance here. So converging these words unlock exponential potential where US nanotechnology with Indian biosimilars for equitable access, adapt EU bioreactors via IIT collaborations for climate resilient plants. Policies like NEP 2020 mandate interdisciplinary curricula which we have to very seriously deciding since quite some time, while G20 health leadership links to WHO tech hubs. Ethical AI drawing from EU standards and India's data laws ensures inclusive growth from Mumbai slums to African villages. That has happened, that has taken place. Envision blockchain splice system for vaccine equity or digital coin accelerating drug discovery by 50%. Governments, industries, academia must get 20% of R&D cross-disciplinary projects, retaining India's 1 million plus annual SPM revenues. That is what we are focused on. Yes, dear friends, before I not take back time, before I conclude, I suggest a 6-point agenda to create the future plans for people who are sitting here. Again, MPS and pharmacy, environment. So, my first point will be that we end the silos now. Tonight, pharmacy, engineering, and management for 20 to 30% faster innovations as global pilots prove. Number 2, forge global ties which that Arun has been deciding. He is putting in a whole lot of efforts to unite the efforts that we can elaborate at the global level. So that's why I am also standing here with my universities over there, US, with my dear friend from UK, Dr. Mohamad. He is traveling all over the world. So work international tech with the India's frugal models like PLIs, that is 59% export boom, that is happening through the PLI system. Number 3 is that you also build tailoring pipelines, multidisciplinary education to counter 225,000 people who are coming in the STEM brain. Number 4, that you also harness AI ethically. Now, simulations cut discovery time by 50%, adapt by PRIP's 5,000 crore funding, and supported by, of course, the state governments. Point 5, that we also ensure equity first, scale solutions like TrueNet to the last mile byte. The essential part of the requirement as of today. Point 6, commit resources boldly, 20% R&D budgets for collaborations, yielding Pfizer IT breakthroughs. That is happening now. So we invest in advanced multidisciplinary innovations isn't an option. It's not an option. This is a mandate. It's a must. We have to do and we cannot ignore it. We have to be part of it. So that's a vast knowledge towards healing and feeling the future. Future and the world that is very much doable. Therefore, let's join hands and collaborate. Therefore, at the end of this thing, I will best wishes for this conference. It is going to take us in 2 days time. And great to again wish Dr. Abdul and his team to take such a topic and emphasizing the rural belt of the state of Maharashtra. Despite that, the kind of response is coming from the international level, quite heartening. And the kudos to all of you. Thank you very much. All the best. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Dr. Chhatak. As we move on forward, I will now call Dr. Khedkar for the inauguration speech. It is a privilege to introduce a distinguished academician, visionary leader, institution builder, whose contributions to education and management have left remarkable global impact. Please join me in welcoming Dr. E.B. Khedkar, Vice President of Ajinkya D.Y. Patil University and Ajinkya D.Y. Patil Group, Pune, India. With over 37 years of experience across academia, governance and industry, Dr. Khedkar is widely respected for his intellectual depth, ethical leadership, transformative vision. He currently serves as a director of the prestigious Dr. D.Y. Patil School of Management and holds several eminent leadership roles at both national and international levels. A former Vice Chancellor of Ajinkya D.Y. Patil University and former Dean at Savitribai Phule Pune University, his influence extends globally through his role as Vice President, Asia Pacific and Middle East for the International Society for the Data Science and Innovation, along with advisory positions and key academic governmental bodies. An accomplished scholar, thought leader, Dr. Khedkar has presented research worldwide and has been honored with 27 prestigious national and international awards recognizing his outstanding contribution to education and research. Ladies and gentlemen, please extend a warm welcome, Dr. Khedkar.
Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Mr. Abdul Mohamad from UK, another guest of honor, Dr. Chhatak, Dr. Garas and Dr. Dhananjay, Dr. Mary Shakisal sir, the Chairman of the Phadtare Knowledge City, Sri Uttam Raoji Phadtare, the Secretary of the campus and this city, Sri Phadtare Phadtare, both the Phadtare Madam, the young Mr. Phadtare, Principal of Pharmacy College, Principal of Engineering College, and the organizer, man behind this international summit, a very good friend, Dr. Arun, all the students, faculty members and research scholars. First of all, I would like to congratulate Phadtare Knowledge City and all the staff members and students for organizing the international summit for 2 days in this area. I came to this campus around 9 to 10 years before, which I remember. In those times also there was an international conference, and I brought 5 foreigners with me. And I think these types of all were there, whether this or other, I don't know. But I found a lot of change in the campus. New building came up. Overall internal development also I have seen. And professionalism. professionalism in the faculty, professionalism in the students, and the changes, the maturity level of the chairman and secretary also. So I would like to congratulate both of you and Director of Management Institute, Dr. Arun Ingle, and their staff for doing a fantastic work in a village area. Because working in urban area, developing institutions, getting meritorious students, placing students, sending students to foreign country, it is simple. Developing students from a rural area and making institution in a area like this is commendable. Many times in a rural area, getting number of students is also very difficult. Here I just inquired with English sir, you have 4,000 students in this area. I think this taluka place and other area after Baramati will get developed. And more than 200 staff members they are working here, and this is one of the very prestigious things what I have done. The topic of the international summit is very interesting, and Dr. Chhatak has already given idea, but I will go a little bit in depth. सर 10 मिनट में मेरा कुछ होता नहीं है, 10 मिनट के लिए इतना लंबा ट्रैवल मैं करके आता नहीं। एक कोर टीचर है, मैंने देखा 10 मिनट रखा है, तो 10 मिनट में तो एक हैंड को बोलने में चले जाएगा। मुझे कम से कम 20-25 मिनट मिनिमम मिलना चाहिए। मैं 2 घंटा बात करता है, कॉन्फ्रेंस में पॉसिबल नहीं है। तो आई वुड लाइक टू गिव जस्टिस फॉर दी, बिकॉज मैंने मैडम से बात किया, ये कौन से बच्चे हैं? आज मैनेजमेंट के बच्चे मैक्सिमम है, कल कोई फार्मेसी इंजीनियरिंग के आने वाले, तो मैं मिक्स बात करने वाला था, लेकिन फिर भी इंजीनियरिंग एंड फार्मेसी आई विल टॉक लिटिल बिट, 2-4 मिनट, क्योंकि जस्टिस देना चाहिए। मैनेजमेंट के ऊपर थोड़ा ज्यादा थोड़े पॉइंट मेरे बच्चे निकाल के दिए हैं, वो भी प्रोफेसर है। रात को 10 बजे पॉइंट मेरे टेबल के ऊपर रखा, सुबह 5:45 बजे उठ के 1 घंटा मैंने पढ़ाया, क्या लिखा है, तो एक देख के मैं जस्टिस देने की कोशिश करूंगा। थोड़ा सा लेक्चर वाइब्रेंट होना चाहिए। मैंने देखा सब लोग सो रहे, शाम को ठीक है 4-5 बजे, अभी एक्टिव होना चाहिए सारे यंग बच्चे। यू आर लुकिंग स्मार्ट, एंड Abdul he is signing for a smart village, for developing smart village. The diction is good. Before starting, I would like to speak something about the stage, particularly for the chairman and other member and secretary, about them. In Sanskrit, sir, Vadana prasad sadan hृदय उदय सुधा मुचो वाचा एने परोपकरण ऐशा केशान ते वंदिते। इसका मतलब मैं हिंदी में बदलना, वदन प्रसाद सदन सदैव उदय सुधा मुझो वाचा,
नमस्कार,
जिसके फेस के ऊपर, गाल के ऊपर हंसी है, जिसके ओठों के ऊपर, मुंह में मधुरता है, जिसके हृदय में प्रेम है, एने परोपकरण ऐशा केशान ते वंदिते, आणि जे समाजाच्या परोपकारासाठी, समाजकारणासाठी काम करतात, ते तुमचे फडतरे साहेब फॅमिली आहे। ते समाजासाठी वाहून घेतात, असे लोक समाजामध्ये वंदनीय असतात, म्हणून ते वंदनीय आहे। तुमच्या दोघांसाठी आणि फॅमिलीसाठी स्पेशली, आणि बाकीचे सुद्धा समाजासाठी काम करणारे म्हणून लांबून आले। दिस इज फॉर यू। द टॉपिक इज, क्या टॉपिक से कुछ फ्यूचर रेडी, फ्यूचर रेडी इंजीनियरिंग, फार्मेसी एंड future ready in this three area, I'll start with Hindi. समझनी है जिंदगी तो पीछे देखो, समझनी है जिंदगी तो पीछे देखो, जीनी है जिंदगी तो आगे देखो. Your topic is related to जीनी है जिंदगी तो आगे देखो. पीछे का एक्सपीरियंस देखना है लोगों का. 50 साल पीछे जाके देखो बहुत सारा क्या क्या हो रहा है. आगे आपका जो जनरेशन है, ये जनरेशन इज जेन जी. 2012 के बाद अल्फा जनरेशन आया है, लेकिन अभी वो बच्चे बड़े हो गए. Your generation is Gen Z. Now Gen Z generation has to be a future ready, as you are management student, particularly in the management is likely to come because of the new paradigm shift, new emerging trends, and many other things. Therefore, this is very, very important, and how you have to should help to the student for making them ready, either for working in the industry or starting their own industry or working in the world. This is very, very important area. Like this research conference also, what about research? Whether students are prepared for writing research paper, making research, making innovation. I'll just give one statistics. In 2015, 16, 17, 18, 19, 4-5 years, as far as the international patent filing is concerned, India's filing was around 1300 to 1400, and we were not in the list in first 25 in the world. But after COVID, the sudden change came, and we are at 6th position now in the world, and 76,000 plus international patent filed by our Gen Z. And it is expected that it will go up. China, USA, Japan, Germany, South Korea, they are a little bit ahead. And therefore, what type of changes in the management, faculty members, student has to look after? I'll take 5-6 points. Particularly, I'll talk about curriculum of the management science, management institutions, your syllabi. Now here, very first important part is, you have to shift from the content-based learning to a capacity-based learning. Now, focusing on agility, focusing on resilience, focusing on creativity. Therefore, you have to change yourself. Teacher has to change. It should not be a content-related learning, it should be a capacity-related learning. Your exam system needs to be changed. And I'll take later on. Just remembering, reading and writing in 3 hours, that will not suffice the purpose of future readiness. It is something different. Then, as far as modular, flexible, interdisciplinary program required, NEP 2020 given multidisciplinary. A management student 1 year can do management, certain credit you can take from your engineering, you can take credit from your pharmacy as it is available here. You require multidisciplinary knowledge. Because the jobs are not available in a particular area. Suppose you are appointed as a manager, sometime you are working in a management, suddenly you have to work for some other area. There will be a lot of change in the future. The person must be a multi-knowledgeable, multifaceted person having all types of knowledge. Therefore this one. Digital fluency in your area very important after COVID. There are some talk about artificial intelligence, various tools. Now you know all these things. Now ChatGPT came. Majority of the students now they are using the ChatGPT for whatever things are there. Simulations, virtual reality, computational thinking, etc. These are the area which you have to look after for framing the syllabus also. Suppose in your management syllabus through Savitribai Phule Pune University this area is not covered, then after 2 years or 3 years the value will be zero for your knowledge. The institution has to give additional certification program which is not there in the syllabus. If you are talking about future ready. For future ready, whatever the new trends are coming, suddenly pick up, give to the students. Now this is one of the part. Require live project, apprenticeships, maybe like German model, 1 year teaching in the class, 1 year in industry. This will help the student for becoming a future ready, some startup labs and co-design courses, etc., etc. Then foster entrepreneurship scheme. Lot of facilities available in India through our Honorable Prime Minister, Startup India and all. Some student you have to create, particularly a village student, they are always a creative student and you can make some entrepreneur. Therefore, these types of things also required to be taken in the syllabus. Experiential learning, very important. Now, rather than only a classroom teaching, classroom lecture, it requires now to have a problem-solving methodology. With the experiential learning, go to the industry, get the experience. Therefore, these are the things now need to take in the syllabus, particularly in the management education, for making a future ready. Now, the traditional management theories and the current paradigms, there are certain changes like ethical leadership, we have to learn about it. We have to be adaptive leadership. Leadership formula and meaning is changed compared to a previous old leadership. And therefore, हिंदी में थोड़ा सा मैं बता देता एक लाइन यहाँ. क्यों डरे जिंदगी में? इसके बाद उसके पॉइंट है. क्यों डरे जिंदगी में क्या होगा? क्यों डरे जिंदगी में क्या होगा? कुछ न होगा तो तजुर्बा होगा. कुछ न होगा तो डर के नहीं चलेगा. You have to be ready with all these new things, IoT and data science and big data and artificial intelligence and whatever new things are coming. And be innovative. We have seen the innovation. Facebook came, WhatsApp came, innovation in various cars. Previously there was only Phadtare and Ambassador. Now see the change. Motorcycle, Bajaj का सुपर रोड के ऊपर चलता था. Now see the changes. मोबाइल, जब मोबाइल आया पहले पेजर आया, पेजर के बाद मोबाइल आया डंडे वाला, फिर स्मार्टफोन आया, वर्ल्ड से कनेक्ट है. When the changes is coming regularly, you have to come out of the traditional theories. जो hierarchy थे, previous जो theories थे, Abdul ने जो मैनेजमेंट की theory बताया और बहुत साइंटिस्ट ने theory बताया. Now changes came in the theory through a modern management, and therefore you have to be adaptive of leadership. The communication, negotiation, and emotional intelligence is very important. Emotional resilience. You have to manage your emotional resilience and intelligence with your knowledge. We are looking after, because of the stress, what is happening in the world, what is happening everywhere. A lot of death is taking place because of suicide and all items. Therefore, emotional intelligence is very, very important. Then lifelong learning mindset we have to create. Not necessarily that you have completed your MBA or engineering and pharmacy and your education is over. No. The whole life, you have to maintain your mindset that whole life you have to learn. Continuous change is coming. Change is constant. And therefore, you have to learn continuously for becoming a future ready. Otherwise, you will be thrown away. This is one of the formulas you have to keep in mind. Now the changes came after the COVID, which you have seen that learning is not taking place in the class blended learning, online learning, classroom learning. Therefore, the blended learning is going on. Even work also. Majority of the IT companies, they are working on a blended basis or even 100% online. They are working from the home. After COVID, it is already started. And therefore, I'll give an example. Telegram. The turnover of the Telegram is 30 million value. How many employees are working? Only 30 employees working in Telegram with a 30 billion turnover. In dollar, $30 billion. And therefore, for the future ready, not necessary you have to go to work. You have to work from home and you have to be ready for this. Therefore, I spoke about in syllabus digital fluency. Very, very important for this. Now, this is the area coming in front of you. Algorithmic decision making models are coming through the AIs. AI will take every decision now. आपको कोई जरूरत नहीं है. तो AI का knowledge आना चाहिए. Artificial intelligence, you must know each and everything about this. सब टाइम खत्म होता है बोलो सर मैं फार्मेसी आप उसको टच करूँगा 2 मिनट. मैनेजमेंट बंद करूँगा. मैनेजमेंट तो 1 घंटा होने वाला है. But you just remind me. The simulations, serious games, real world challenges, labs, strategic agility, management student has to take into consideration. Then reflective practices, coaching and peer learning is very important. Peer learning amongst you, it will help you for your future development. Then interdisciplinary collaboration is required for the education. Now collaboration is going on with the UK and USA. Certain collaboration, through that collaboration some development will come. Therefore, cross-border, global touch is required in the education. There might be chances student will go to other countries, the student will come, faculty will go, faculty will go. There will be exchange program. Some, when Mr. Abdul will speak, you must understand his language. They told. If you listen from some Americans, the tone is totally different. You require to understand all these things because cross-border work you have to be very, very, useful in your life. Design thinking workshops and etc. which you have to do it. Then I'll take a little bit part in VUCA world, volatile, uncertainty is there, complex problems are there, ambiguity is there. Therefore, in this area, in VUCA world, you have to work very, very systematically for getting ready yourself. Chalk of all trade and master of none, what we talk about in French. Then, I go a little bit ahead because of the time constraint. Assessment के ऊपर चले जाएंगे सर. Management students or pharmacy students or engineering students, how to go for that assessment? Before assessment, sir, मैं एक job बता देता हूँ. थोड़ा carefully सुनिए. Assessment से related है. तो आज का assessment कैसा होना है, कैसा होता है? कितने में चलेगा? Developer, sir, you want to speak in English? The joke, I will tell you later on. उसकी मजा हिंदी या मराठी में है. एक क्लास के अंदर जैसे एमबीए के बच्चे बहुत इंटेलेक्चुअल थे, अच्छे बच्चे बहुत इंटेलेक्चुअल थे, और एग्जाम में जो अपना एग्जाम चलता है यूनिवर्सिटी का एक पीछे बैठे थे, लेकिन बैठते थे और उनको बहुत अच्छे मार्क मिलते थे, मेरिटोरियस स्टूडेंट्स. डॉक्टर चरक सर वो एचआर डिपार्टमेंट के, मैंने एमबीए एचआर में किया, तो सर एचआर के ऊपर जोक पता था. एचआर वाले आपके पास प्लेसमेंट के लिए आते कि नहीं आते? प्लेसमेंट कंपनी आती है एचआर के लिए. उन्होंने देखा इतने सारे बच्चे हैं तो पॉसिबल नहीं वन डे इंटरव्यू कंप्लीट करना. दे डिसाइडेड टू हैव सम टेस्ट, रिटन टेस्ट. अब कुछ बच्चे सिलेक्ट करेंगे, उनकी इंटरव्यू लेके एक दिन में खत्म करके चले जाएंगे. तो उन्होंने ड्राफ्ट कर दिया, जेरॉक्स निकाल दिया, क्वेश्चन पेपर का एनवलप बना के पैक करके आधा घंटे में तैयारी कर दिया. अब बच्चे क्लास में बिठा दिए. तो वो जो हमेशा इंटेलेक्चुअल बच्चे थे जिनको बहुत मार्क अच्छा आते थे 90% प्लस, वो एक लाइन पे बैठे थे। अब पेपर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट हो गया सर, एचआर ने पेपर डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर दिया। अब पहले बच्चे ने पेपर लिखा, ये अपना एनवलप ओपन किया, आंसर लिखना चालू किया, उसके पीछे वाले ने ओपन ही नहीं किया क्योंकि उसको आदत थी कॉपी करने की। इसने पेपर ओपन किया, ये आंसर लिख रहा है, तीन खाली क्वेश्चन दिया। पहला क्वेश्चन था हु इज द प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ यूएसए, यूएसए के अध्यक्ष कौन है? क्या आंसर लिखा था? कौन है प्रेसिडेंट? डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प। ठीक है, उन्होंने आंसर लिखा, वो बच्चे ने डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प। पीछे वाला जो बच्चा बैठा था उसने भी उसका आंसर शीट में क्वेश्चन पेपर अलग है, आंसर शीट अलग है, क्वेश्चन पेपर एनवलप उसने खोला नहीं, उसके आंसर शीट में आंसर लिख दिया डोनाल्ड ट्रम्प। ठीक है, तो दूसरा क्वेश्चन था भारत को स्वतंत्र कब मिला? When India became independence। इसने आंसर लिख दिया 1942 से प्रोसेस चालू हो गया, अब 1947 में इंडिपेंडेंस मिला, बराबर है ना? प्रोसेस स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम 1942 एंड इंडिपेंडेंस 1947। तीसरा क्वेश्चन था सर, तीसरा सवाल था मंगल के ऊपर जीव सृष्टि है क्या? और मार्स whether there is a life, जीव सृष्टि है क्या मंगल के ऊपर? उसने आंसर लिखा, उसका संशोधन चालू है, रिसर्च इज गोइंग ऑन। क्या लिखा? रिसर्च इज गोइंग ऑन, संशोधन। अभी पहले बच्चे ने जो आंसर लिखा उसके पीछे बैठा था, उसने भी लिखा, पीछे वाले ने लिखा, दो तीन लोगों को आदत थी, सामने वाला इंटरेक्शन था। टाइम खत्म हो गया एग्जाम का। आज जो सुपरवाइजर था उसने बोला कि आपका एनवलप और आंसर शीट दोनों साथ में देने का ओपन करके। तो घाई घाई में पीछे वाले ने एनवलप ओपन कर दिया क्योंकि लगा के देने का है। उसने देखा तो उसके क्वेश्चन जो है अलग ही थे। एचआर वाले ने गेम खेला था कि अलग अलग 4-5 टाइप के क्वेश्चन बनाए, 3-3 तो क्वेश्चन बनाए और अलग अलग एनवलप के आगे पीछे करके दे दिया। अभी उसका पहला क्वेश्चन ये था, उसने आंसर लिखा है ऑलरेडी पहले वाले का। उसका पहला क्वेश्चन था व्हाट इज योर नेम? क्या आंसर? दूसरा सवाल था आपका जन्म कौन से साल में हुआ? क्या लिखा आंसर? 1942 में प्रोसेस चालू हुआ, 1947 में जन्म हुआ। अभी तीसरा सवाल था मंगल के ऊपर जीव सृष्टि है क्या? लेकिन इनका क्वेश्चन ये था व्हाट इज योर फादर्स नेम? क्या आंसर लिखा था? संशोधन चालू है, रिसर्च इज गोइंग ऑन। तो ये जो जमाना है, ये जमाना है पेपर लिखने का, पुराना जमाना। We have to change the assessment system for a future readiness. And what will be the assessment system for the future readiness for the student? It will be after redesigning frameworks to measure leadership potential and not memorization. रात भर पढ़ाई करके, मैंने भी डिप्लोमा का एग्जाम दिया 2। When I was doing chartered accountancy course, simultaneously MCOM and 2 डिप्लोमा करना था। डिप्लोमा के लिए कभी क्लास में गया नहीं, MCOM के लिए भी गया नहीं। रात भर पढ़ता था, दूसरे दिन लिखता था। मेमोराइजेशन, कोई नॉलेज नहीं, कुछ नहीं, बस पाठांतर करो, दिमाग में बैठो, सुबह सुबह निकालो। डिस्टिंक्शन, गोल्ड मेडलिस्ट इन यूनिवर्सिटी। मेमोराइजेशन, प्रैक्टिकल कुछ है नहीं। Therefore, we have to change this assessment system, use authentic assessment like simulations, capstone, leadership projects, portfolios, assessment centers, 360-degree feedback system. Then evaluate behaviors and decision making under pressure through scenario-based assessment. This change required. Track long-term skill growth using reflective journals and continuous performance reviews. Assess collaboration, empathy and influence through team-based challenges and peer evaluation. Now we have to change our assessment and evaluation system to this, and this will make a student future ready. Future is like this. Future is like this. Then design challenges based on courses. Problems have no single correct answer. There should be a number of answers. अभी तो एक answer होता है. This change we have to bring. Then multiple parts to take adaptability and comfortability we have to bring in the education system. मेरे पास बहुत पॉइंट है लेकिन एक पॉइंट मैनेजमेंट का बताते. I will switch over to engineering and pharmacy 2-3 मिनट क्योंकि नहीं तो कोई यहाँ रहेगा तो नाराज हो जाएगा. As far as the industry expectation and workforce reality is concerned, there is a lot of gap which we see in the management education, management graduate today. What is that gap and how to overcome? This I will speak in 2 minutes. The gap is today's graduate, management graduate, they don't have critical thinking power. So we have to be a critical thinker. The communication problem. They don't have digital skill, what is required as per world level. Decision making under uncertainty. They don't have capacity in case of uncertainty. What types of decisions to be taken in the industry? Then cross-functional fluency, rapid learning, and comfort with technological shifts. Limited exposure to real-world problem solving and weak ability. Which student they are facing nowadays? Insufficient resilience, initiative and ownership. Gaps in ethical judgment. Gap in emotional intelligence. Stakeholders' awareness and understanding of sustainability. Driven business priority. These are the gaps where management students they have. While overcoming this, I am just taking read the point. Real time simulate the real time high pressure and multi-stakeholder scenarios. Integrate cross-functional projects where students work with tech, design and business teams. Then embed agile methodology, rapid prototyping, decision making into core coursework. Strengthen digital readiness through hands-on exposure to artificial intelligence tools, analytics platforms and emerging technology. You require to analytics, business analytics and lot of types of analytics is required, not only for the management student, even for the engineering student also. You have to make these changes where the gap you have to fill up this. Again, other point I just cancel because of the time constraint. Before engineering चालू करते हो हिंदी में एक बता देता, फिर इंजीनियरिंग का कनेक्शन आ जाएगा उसके अंदर. कुछ देर की खामोशी है, कुछ देर की खामोशी है, फिर एक शोर आएगा, फिर एक शोर आएगा. तुम्हारा वक्त आया है, तुम्हारा वक्त आया है, हमारा दौर आया है. तुम्हारा वक्त आया है, हमारा दौर आया है. इंजीनियरिंग के लिए इंजीनियरिंग टेक्नोलॉजी एफिशिएंसी एंड इनोवेशन. Just I will take the point only instead of going in detail. Smart manufacturing and industry 5.0. IoT enabled factories integrate automation with human creativity and decision making. Engineering की जरूरी है future readiness के लिए. Next, engineering analytics like data driven optimization improves productivity, quality and operational efficiency. This is necessary in future. Artificial intelligence driven design simulation. In predictive maintenance system, then sustainable engineering solutions like green technology, energy efficiency, circular economy, etc., etc. Then system engineering approach, interdisciplinary collaboration, like this. मैंने बोला एक दिन 2 मिनट में खत्म करूँगा इंजीनियरिंग, उसके ऊपर मैं 10 मिनट बोलने वाला था. सर बोले इंजीनियरिंग नहीं है, ठीक है. Then digital twins and simulation models, automation with human oversight, engineering for societal impact. ये इंजीनियरिंग के अंदर फ्यूचर रेडीनेस है, उसके ऊपर काम होना चाहिए। और अभी फार्मेसी, हेल्थ केयर, इनोवेशन, सोशल वैल्यू के लिए 1 मिनट, उसके पहले उसका भी कुछ हिंदी में अपन बोलेंगे उसके लिए, क्योंकि फार्मेसी के बहुत सारे चेंजेस आने वाले हैं, मेडिकल हेल्थ से रिलेटेड है। मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मंजिल से आगे बढ़कर मंजिल तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया तो समंदर तलाश कर, मिल जाए तुझको दरिया तो समंदर तलाश कर। हर शीशा टूट जाता है, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से, हर शीशा टूट जाता है पत्थर की चोट से। पत्थर ही टूट जाए तो शीशा तलाश कर, पत्थर ही टूट जाए तो शीशा तलाश कर। तो अभी तलाश करने वाले फार्मेसी में अपन प्रेडिक्टिव एनालिटिक्स इन ड्रग डिस्कवरी, artificial intelligence reduces R&D timeless by 20 to 30% and improves success rates. Personalized and precision medicine, data-driven therapies target individual patient needs for better outcomes. And digital health ecosystem, integration of artificial intelligence, IoT and health data enhances diagnosis. अभी चल रहा है, एक्चुअली काम हो रहा है इसके अंदर। Monitoring and treatment, डेंटल इंस्टीट्यूट है, आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस और रोबोटिक के ऊपर होता है। हमने एक दिन वर्कशॉप लिया था, 400 लोगों का टेस्टिंग किया मशीन के ऊपर, बस कुछ नहीं था, आ करने का साफ इंफॉर्मेशन निकाल के फटाक से प्रिंट आ जाएगा, आपका टीथ को ये हुआ है, यहाँ दम है, यहाँ कीड़ा है, यहाँ क्या है, सब निकलेगा, व्हाटएवर प्रॉब्लम्स। AI enable clinical trials, faster patient selection, better compliance, etc., etc. Automated pharmaceutical labs, robotics and analytics improves speed, accuracy and scalability of research. अभी ऑपरेशन भी रोबोट से हो रहा है, को पता है। सप्लाई चेन ऑप्टिमाइजेशन, डेटा ड्रिवन लॉजिस्टिक इंश्योर टाइमली, सेफ एंड कॉस्ट इफेक्टिव मेडिसिन और मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट। रेगुलेटरी इंटेलिजेंस सिस्टम, एनालिटिक्स सपोर्ट फास्टर कंप्लायंस एंड ग्लोबल रेगुलेटरी अलाइनमेंट। Interdisciplinary innovation, collaboration between pharmacists, engineers and managers, acceleration, commercialization, this is also the new things, ethics and patient-centric care, innovation, balances, popularity, etc., etc. Crisis-driven innovation, after COVID we have seen, Chhatak sir has given the example, after COVID we have seen how the vaccine is developed by using the pharmacy, engineering and management together, which we have seen, that's why I am not going to detail that. This is about pharmacy. I am concluding in 2-3 lines. My concluding remark as far as management is concerned. Management studies provide strategic direction. Number 1, strategic direction. Ethical leadership. Number 2, and data-driven decision making in a volatile world. 3 areas. Whereas in engineering, delivers technological capabilities, transforming ideas into intelligent and efficient and sustainable systems. Whereas in pharmacy, ensures human and societal impact, safeguarding health through ethical, patient-centric innovation. तीनों को combine करेंगे together, तो together they create organization that balance performance with purpose and innovation with responsibilities. This integration of these 3 defines true future ready leadership. तीनों का combination बहुत important है multidisciplinary in an area of continuous change. I will repeat last line. This integration of management, pharmacy and engineering defines true future ready leadership in an era of continuous change. A closing line for this. आपके थोड़े से दूसरा एक छोटा सा जोक बता के खत्म कर देता। अपने आंखें के देखने का तरीका बदलना चाहिए। जो कि एक आदमी चाय पीने के लिए गया रेस्टोरेंट में, वेटर आया, चाय दिया, उसने देखा चाय में मक्खी है, उसको फायर किया, दूसरा चाय लेके आया, वो चले गया वापस आया, वापस चाय में मक्खी है, उसको हाथ से पकड़ लिया, उसको वापस फायरिंग करके भेजा कि वापस चाय लेके आओ। तीसरी बार आया चाय लेके, वापस देखा उसने वापस चाय में मक्खी है, अभी तो पूरा भड़क गया। फिर वेटर ने उनको बोला, सर चाय में मक्खी नहीं है, आपके गॉगल के ग्लास के ऊपर मक्खी है, वो आपको दिख रही है उसके अंदर। तो अपना देखने का तरीका बदलना चाहिए, देखने का तरीका बदलना चाहिए। फ्यूचर रेडी होने के लिए यू हैव टू सी इन अ डिफरेंट आइज, सी इन डिफरेंट आइज। अभी मैंने आधा घंटा शायद बात किया, लेकिन 25 मिनट बोल के अभी ये पूरे डिस्टर्ब हो गए। इसके ऊपर एक जोक बताता और खत्म कर देता। क्या हुआ, पीछे लाइन में उधर एक लड़की बैठी है, वो एकदम डिस्टर्ब हो गई। अब यहाँ टीचर लोग डिस्टर्ब है, यहाँ कोऑर्डिनेटर कौन है पीछे, मैडम ये हो गई, तो क्या करेंगे, उसका भाषण बंद कैसा करेंगे। तो उन्होंने पहले आइडिया किया, फैन बंद कर दिया, इसको हवा नहीं लगा तो बंद करेगा। तो ये गेस्ट बोलता है कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, फैन बंद हो गया तो आप सब मेरे फैन हैं, इसलिए जोर से चालू कर दिया भाषण। तो क्या करेंगे, इन्होंने पीछे से बटन दबा के ये माइक बंद कर दिया। फिर बोलता है स्पीकर, माइक बंद कर दिया तो क्या हुआ, मेरा आवाज बहुत अच्छा है, उसने जोर जोर से चालू कर दिया। परेशान हो गया कि क्या करने का। वो पीछे जो लड़की बैठी है वो परेशान हो गई, जो क्या उसके पास था पिस्तौल, वो पिस्तौल लेके आगे आई, स्लोली आई, पहले ऐसा आगे आके आया और पिस्तौल लगा दिया गेस्ट को, पिस्तौल लगाया। लेकिन वो लड़की ने पूछा कि सर आप डरो मत, मुझे एक बताओ, आपको इधर किसने बुलाया। ऐसी सिचुएशन आई हो ना, इंग्लिश सब बहुत देर से ऐसे देख करके टेंशन में आए थे। एंडिंग में मैं हिंदी सेंटर में क्लोज करूंगा। जो फ्यूचर रेडीनेस है, इनोवेशन है, आपको जो आगे की अलग जिंदगी है, अल्फा लेवल में जाएंगे आप जेनजी के बाद, तो ट्राई करना चाहिए, हर चीज के लिए काम करना चाहिए। तो हिंदी में बोलते हैं, मंजिल मिले ना मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है, मंजिल मिले ना मिले ये तो मुकद्दर की बात है, हम कोशिश भी ना करें तो गलत बात है, हम कोशिश भी ना करें ये तो गलत बात है। Thank you very much. I would like to thank the chairman, secretary, the family member, Dr. Arun Ingle, and other my all friends, Devler sir and Chhatak sir and others, and all of you for giving me an opportunity. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Khedkar sir. I think that was really amazing speech. And I would like to say, for all the shares you said over here, I would like to say, wow, kya baat hai. One big round of applause for Dr. Khedkar. And I would like to say, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude for Phadtare Knowledge City and the Phadtare family for making available this platform. You know, seeing all these respectful dignitaries on one stage, you're going to carry this experience for the lifetime. This is the wonderful experience. So big round of applause for Phadtare Knowledge City, for the organizing committee, and for everyone who has worked really hard for yourself. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Moving forward, the moment we have been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now my distinct honor to invite onto the stage a visionary leader who has worked, transcended borders, transformed countless lives. Abdul Mohamad sir, widely known as ADM, is a globally respected strategist, institution builder, philanthropist, over 3 decades of impactful leadership across Africa, Asia, Latin America, the Caribbean and the Europe. One big round of applause, my students. Global South and the Global North through education, policy advocacy and sustainable development. As the founder and the Group Executive President of Africa Asia Scholars Global Network and the founder and the Executive Chairman of Global South Economic Forum, his initiatives have united institutions and the policymakers across 134 countries, creating pathways for the collaboration, innovation, and opportunity. Please join me in giving a warm and respectful welcome to extraordinary global thoughtful leader, Mr. Abdul Mohamad, sir.
What a wonderful introduction. His Excellencies, Chairman, Phadtare, Education, Phadtare, Knowledge Secretary, the Education, the Secretary, Honorable Secretary, also Phadtare, Knowledge Secretary. And the special guests, my good friend Chhatak, my good friend Khedkar. It's an honor to you. You can see he kept all of you bound to the extent that it was full of humor, it was full of things that, like I said, you have to be deep thinkers. And they also did something which is, we have to understand that we have a local language. English is not their language. Thank you, Dr. Khedkar, even though I'm yet to know more about India, even though India is my second home. So I thank you very much, and I'm very grateful for this great honor to have me in this very prestigious village center for excellence and knowledge. I'm a very restless person. I would like to ask a question first. Please listen very carefully. Which of you here does not want to be great? Raise your hand up. Which of you here does not want to be great? Raise your hand up. So which means everybody wants to be great. And so when you know that, then you also have to know, you know who you are. You know your capabilities. You know what is called a SWOT analysis. You know your weaknesses, your strengths. You need to know all this, because most of us don't know. So when you don't know yourself, how can you know about anybody? But that's where knowledge starts. 45 years back, I was in Rotary. And I know the service I did in Rotary. Rotary made me what I am. Because when you're used to giving service, and you grow with it, it lives with you, and that is a level at which you can go to what we call greatness. Greatness is not easy. It's a very hard thing. You're talking about being principled, you're talking about character, and these are things which most of us lack. It's all over the world. I used to do children. I had an orphanage in Africa, helping children who have been abandoned in quarters, mothers, the rest of it, young people on the streets. And when I got to the UK, I set up the first African children organization in Westminster. And I saw that quite a lot of young people go to prisons. And when they come out, society does not know them to be able to, they still go back because they are being, it's like going to school to be more criminal lives when they go to prisons. So I felt they need to have independence in terms of I realized that there's a lot of old properties in the UK. So I started training them on plumbing and electrical things, decorating. And with my Chinese colleague, I took our school in London, very close to Westminster. And we were also producing bags, what we call refuse bags, so that we can supply all local authorities, so that such money can be used to support the bring. So I took also 4 charity shops, 4 shops, very big shops. Each of them is bigger than this. I mean, let's say about the size of this supermarket. And so I turned one to hairdressers, unisex, a charity shop, so that we can sell products or cheaper for people so that, because anything you do in life, you have to think about sustainability. There's nothing for charity, let me tell you. We're all fooling ourselves. Because if you don't run a charity like a business, it's going to fall out. I remember when IOD of directors asked me to speak in Mumbai some years back about CSR. And I said, if I put you to represent me for the support of the community, you don't come with ideas. Rather than telling me how to give money, I'll tell you, I will give your own salary, your wages to the people. So there's no charity. Let's not fool ourselves. It's all about sustainability, business. And so, however, I think after that, again, 2 months later, I was spoken in Dubai, also with IoT, about business. And at that conference in Dubai, I realized one thing I'll never forget. I saw that most people there are not listening to me. Probably I had only 1% that were listening. But that 1%, I'm satisfied. Because when we have conferences, we come from our comfort zones. We forget about the poverty out there. Our responsibility to people. Because if we are lifted, then we need to lift other people. But that's not what's happening in our world. And when I look at this, so however, in 2010, I said to myself, if I pick 10 children out of 50 who are hungry, and I look after them, I expect that other people will have gone there and pick another 10 or 20. So that when I go back to be left with 20, right? But when you go there, you find 100. So I couldn't see my importance of contribution to children. And I said to myself, how can I then say I have done something when I know the children are still suffering? So I saw that if we have good policies, not just good policies that are diverse and inclusive, society can change. So I don't know what took me to 1955, the year I was born. It was, most of you don't even know it. Apart from, I would say here, who among you know about Bandung, the Asia-Africa Conference? Please raise your hand up. Asia-African Conference. You see, we don't know. This is where our forefathers, Jawahar Nehru, Hassan of Egypt, Enlai of China, Sri Lanka, including Nkrumah of Ghana, they met in Bandung, Indonesia, Flower City, because they don't just want us to have political independence from the West, but they want us to have economic independence. Have we got it 70 years? No, we haven't. Because our universities never inform the younger ones what our forefathers have tried to do so that we can emulate them and make our society better, but we never did. So that is what I took up in 2010. And I can remember what took me to that particular Asia-African conference. Every government, every year they're promoting it, they're celebrating it, but it never involved the civil society, and universities never did anything about it. And I said, this is going to be a big journey. So I created the Asia Scholars Global Network. I remember 2012, Student Ambassador of Asia Pacific invited me to speak in Malaysia. 2012, that's about 14 years ago. And right at that event, I have been involved with the Student Ambassador of Asia Pacific. I am on the board of the Advisory Council. Also, twice now, and now I'm on the election committee of the board of the UUD. I think that is great because we, Africa, Arab Asia, will never connect with each other. And that's been our problem, and the West is happy about it. But we blindfoldly, whatever, do not see the importance of partnership across our boundaries or regions. And that is the task I took up. So, I asked them, in it wasn't in not Georgia, but it was not one of these Asian countries. And I asked if we can bring all universities across the Global South together. Because we all speak. You see, I hate conferences. I dislike conferences because if you count the amount of money we spend on conferences, it will be the whole state or the country. The reason is we talk, but at the end of the day, we still have to dialogue. We still have to talk. But what do we take out when we talk? We don't appreciate time. We don't. And what is there is that I think what is today is that a few years back, if you're 50, 60, 70 in this room, if anybody can say, my life was better, or my life was not better, I'd rather say that when I was young. Please, if you raise it, please be honest. If when you're 50, 60, 70 in this room, if your life was better when you were younger, raise your hand up. If your life was better when you were younger, raise your hand up. I can't believe this. They're lying to me. Life was better when we were younger. Life was better because there was family united. We were family. We are a family. Are we family today? Are we family today? Come on, don't lie to me. We're not. Let me give you one example. In UK, where I come from, I have tried to get Modi. I've sent letters to him, but I'm working on it. Because he is a great man for trying to bring developing countries together. They are the ones who first set up a US fund, United Fund, to support the developing countries, which we call the Global South. If you also remember when they hosted the G20, the nation of Africa was a member. Not only that, they have a vocal point also in Delhi, voice of whatever they call it, which was also said by everybody. Also, there was something about financial approach held in Napoli some years back. And I feel that it should go to him. And so, in February, 2 years ago, I had the meeting with Ambassador Vikram, the ambassador of India in London. We sat there in his office and I told him, and I said, I need you to do this. And but later I realized that the job I gave to the ambassador, he might not be able to handle it because his own remit is within India, not all the Global South. Global South in the diaspora contains of Chinese, contains of Indians, contains of Taiwanese, the Arabs, Africa. So which means he has to go and start relating with all the other ambassadors. So I then said, let me write straight to His Excellency Prime Minister Modi. And I copied over to the Prime Minister, the Minister for Foreign Affairs. I didn't get a reply, but I'm working on it. But one thing is that never give up when you try something. There's nothing ever called failure in life. They're all challenges of time. But we run away from challenges. It's the best time for human beings to realize their potentials. And so, things grow as you move on. The right place will fall in place. It's like playing a jigsaw puzzle. You know, you will get it. And so what we're working on now, we've created what is called the Global South Diaspora Foundation. I have connection very closely with the dean of all the diplomats in the UK, 190 countries, 194 countries. We all probably speak get in touch almost every day. He received an award from me in July last year, along with the president of Namibia, and also the dean at the Commonwealth Secretary General at the House of Lords, the Parliament, 18th of July, Mandela Day. And that day itself is so important to me. You see, one of the things I always say is this. If you're 50, 60, 70 and you still can't see God in you, you need to ask yourself, why do I exist? We don't just drop from heaven. We're all here for a purpose. They said, what is the justification for you to ask your Creator, your God, to give you if you have not given yourself to somebody? We're all too selfish. We need to be selfish. But when you're in the aircraft, even with your daughter or your son, you must save yourself first. Because if you don't save yourself, you can't save it. So we need to be selfish, that's all right. But we're too selfish. That's the problem we have all over the world. Now, I have come to learn something that I don't ever blame any leader anymore in the world. Even Donald Trump, let me use that word. Because we hate the truth to ourselves. What is happening today? We're all in turmoil. We all have problems for the world that we are today. It's unfortunate. Sometimes I wonder, because we have moved away from what is called humanity. We are driven by money. You remember years back, our leaders in the community like this village here, they don't have money, but they have respect, dignity. Because they have good characters, not their money. But today, we all money worshippers. We forget that idea alone and bring money. And that's what matters now. There are a lot of technology companies over there, but how many of them? Well, no, because they've got great idea. That's why they told you, they said, think outside the box. Excuse me, is there a box at all? There's no box. Initially, they should tell you, think inside the box. Now they saw that you're getting more aware. They said, think outside the box. There's no box. The world that we are, truly they can say somebody is not decent. They can say somebody dishonest. Somebody is not humane. And yet you make him your leader. Or you make her your leader. What world are we in? But I have said to myself, as long as I can think and reason in my life, I will not allow myself to digress from what I've been created for, which is to support and be able to be human. I have said something, my God, which is like your God too, whichever we also worship God, is that before I leave, I go. I know changes can happen during my time, because we are now in the perils of the world. I'll tell you why it is. In 2018, I'm sure you all know the World Economic Forum. They just started a conference in Davos, Switzerland. In 2018 January, the World Economic Forum tries all the policies that deals with all of us in the world. But that's where the UN and major big organized countries take their. In fact, even 2018, Donald Trump, who was in office then as president of the United States, he had a light to that conference. And that was when they told us, which I really commend the World Economic Forum. That was their 48th conference. That for the first time, they had women to co-chair that conference. Fantastic. I was very happy about that. Because women have got great potentials. And we've always abandoned them. Or they abandoned themselves, I'll tell you what I say that. And then when we had that conference, I saw that. But they were very honest with all of us. They said the world is fractured. Nobody can deny that. And I can tell you, we are the ASCON and Global Economic Forum are the only organization in the world that is trying to rebuild the bricks of our fractured world today. And God is merciful to the extent that 15 years, 16 going to 16 years, we've done intensive research to see the problem of our education. Most of us have education. Then we have little knowledge, we lack wisdom. That's what's missing. And my challenge is that we would like the West to learn from us in the global South. Why? But you see, we all talk about problems, but we want to talk about, you cannot do it alone. So you need to first of all set up a structure. And that structure will be carried out with a good mindset and with honesty, truth. So, having seen that this is, whether it was going to be hard or not, but I'll tell you what. In the 20, I can't remember, years back, I was invited by the ISDE, Indian Society of Tech Education, at Vellore University in Chennai. That was where they planted my first tree. And we signed an MOU to do the first World Film Music Arts Award Festival My duty then was, if I can bring Africa, Arab, Asia, Latin, all of them together in India, we can start building good relationship, understanding each other, engaging with each other, supporting each other. So I left my country, UK, I came to India, and at the meeting, I asked, I said, where should we do this event? And then somebody mentioned Bhopal. And then I checked about Bhopal. Right there when I saw online, it says this, what do you call it? The city of sadness. So I said, if the policy, because there was a chemical disaster years back in Bhopal. So I said, okay, let's go there. I want to turn it to a city of happiness. I left my country, left my family, left my business, and I was staying in a 5-star hotel in Bhopal. I wouldn't have just stayed in 5-star because nobody gave me the money I'm using. So I should have gone to look for a cheaper hotel. But who dares me to do that? But why I stay there? Because you have to understand the way human being reasons. The first thing people will ask you, which hotel are you? It's not that they want to come and visit you. They want to see whether, yeah, you really got the cash, you got the money. So go ahead to do this kind of a thing. So I have to stick myself in a 5-star hotel. But guess what, delegates? This part of the things that cry sometimes. The breakfast I have, because it's already paid with my stay, is what I will use to manage for my lunch and dinner. Sometimes I will walk out of the hotel, 5-star hotel, I will go and eat in a corner place, come inside again. Nobody told me to do this. And then, the government tourism, I chatted with them, that time there was only one flight to Bhopal. And there was not enough hotel, and you want to do the first world physics arts. Are you joking? But however, I realized after 4 months, and then I got a call, I did research, I heard about Ramoji Film City, the most exotic film city in the world. And they said, oh, come over, we can do this, get that. Okay. Now, I can't fly, I'm not a, what would I call it, a bird to fly. I have to look for sorts of transportation. And then guess what? I checked what's cost me to fly. I said, no, I'm not going to do this. I went by train 19 hours from Bhopal to Hyderabad back to Bhopal. 19 good hours. Now, you see, when you have problems, I have learned to do something. I turn my negative to positive. It's my mind. Any negative you have, turn it to positive. It's right there. So when I was on the train, I said to myself, when I got to Ramoji Film City and we sat down, I said, I'm going to do a film called The African Boy in India. I said, I'm inside. But I have not to go to the show because it is your life. Whatever you like to do, it is your business. 2-3 people can't come together and go to the grave. No, you never do. Everybody has his time on this world. It all depends on how you spend it. But I can tell you one thing, it's easier in life to be successful. As long as you put smile in people's faces, I can tell you, it's going to be great for you. It's just a matter of time. Or you'll be tested. How are you able to overcome it? That's what matters again. Because if you believe there's something around here, even that all of us are here together because it's been destined that we all sit here today. It's not because we just want, but it's destined that we should be here. And I want to say, today is a great day in my life. And I want to thank all of you, deeply from my heart. I didn't know Dr. Shingo for about 7 years now. This is the first time meeting him. But he invited me to be on the board of their research, and I accepted. But I've never done anything for them. And they still left me there. All of a sudden, because 2 weeks ago I was in Delhi with the Asia Africa Development Organization, ADO, which is a governmental organization. And we're talking with the ex-Secretary General and also the Secretary General, and they were talking about smart village. And then after that one, I think we also having a meeting with African Development Bank, who are now our strategic partner. And we look at it. So at that time, we were trying to produce our, because we don't have a good treatment there. And everything just falls in place, and we saw the great work of the chairman, the great work of the parliamentary from the right way itself. And I felt this should be well honored. It's remarkable, and I think this is just what God designed for us. And I believe it's not by our own making. Great people have walked straight to me, and I've asked them, why did you walk to me? If you surprised me asking that like Kalandri, I told him last time we met at the 31st floor World Trade Center. I said, you didn't walk to me, it was that same that you walked to me. So in life, we forget, and let me share two things with you, which are of great wisdom. And please don't ever forget it. A man went to Israel, he raised his 2 fingers up, and he was crying to God to give him $50,000. And somebody was passing. And the person said, why are you crying? He said, because I just asked my Lord to give me $50,000 to give to my wife. Maybe the wife is sick or whatever, I don't know. But that's what he said. The man has said, just $50,000? Have it. The man has got his card out. He brought his card out. You see, what we're just saying here is one of the things that brings us darkness. The act that happened that I'm telling you right now brought us darkness. Because majority of people have asked the question, they got it wrong. And that is where you start to see the changes in our human beings. Now, I will give you the $50,000, and the man say, take my cards. Guess what? Many of us will say, oh, thank you very much. You take the card, right? And then the next thing you do is that you start to go after the man every time you have a problem, forgetting that that man himself has a problem. And see what the reply this man gave to this man. He said, sorry, with all due respect, I don't have to take your card. Whatever time I have a problem, the same man, God, that I was calling, is who I will go back to. Because he can give me 20 times the person. But because we're so shallow-minded or whatever, or just the aspects that we get out and get carried away, then all we do is you start going after that man. The day the man shut the door on you, you start to call him names. And that's the way we've been. And I believe that if you know, that tells you, you are not, whatever you do is not by your might. There is something that is with you at all times, every second. Now, the second one which I'd like to share with you. So from the first one, goes to the reason why you find that most of the people who put in position of office, it's not their fault to do. Sometimes when they shut it off on you, they don't want to see you as a minister, even though you campaign for them and the rest of it. I tell you why. We created all this ourselves. Because if we don't call people that we put in responsibility to account, it's our fault. It's not their fault. I agree with that. And then you now realize that if I was chosen in this community to represent you, and we're able to get one of us into office, guess what, when I go there? I'm not going to talk about you. I'll be saying, my son needs a job, I need this contract. Not that we, it comes to me. And so when you go to such a man who had a good mind to support his community, and you start to bombard him, he's human. He starts feeling a bit powerful. He starts feeling he was more like a lord. And that's why we started to fail from supporting the communities that we create. And I'll take it to one point. When a child is the father of man. Any child born in a community is a child of everybody. Because that single child can make a mess of all the community that you're talking about. But we fail to realize that every child born is everybody's responsibility. Until we start noting that, then society will be a better place for us. Now, one thing which because I have gone through, like many others, like those who are here too, who have got great, has made people of greatness and wise people. If they start telling you the challenges, the problem they go through, sometimes you say, oh, I don't want that kind of. It's never easy. But at the same time, it's easy. It's all about what you love. And I'll take you to where we started making mistake about child development. When I started on universities, some will have said, you'll be doing children, why don't you just take tutor? I said, if I'm talking to adults, experts, and they can understand me, then it's going to be easier for me to change the way we handle child development. And so, I'll tell you that, I don't want to talk about something but I'll talk about it because I lost my first daughter. She's a medical doctor in England, doing very well, 46 years old. Lost down the meetings. No, we lost our meetings. April, May, yeah? No, we lost that 29th, so I think 29th of April. And May 10th was there. At that point in time, my year of 15 years of trying to bring 134 countries together became a challenge to me. I had called the House of Lords. We were going to have to bring all universities in developing countries together. But let me even move from there. Is that 2 years ago, we had the Prime Minister of Jordan sorting our idea to bring all universities together. My good friend, the Secretary General of the Association of Arab Universities, Professor Salama, we had a steering committee right there at headquarters of Arab universities in Jordan, Jordan, to launch that steering committee. And then all of a sudden, the war started in Israel. So how many people want to come to Jordan? You know, Jordan has very close proximity to Gaza. And so what we have to look at is, thank you very much, as if you knew what I needed. How do you know my mouth was getting dry? Thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. So, in the Gaza war, who want to go to Jordan? But I didn't know God was laughing at me. Because what is the job of a university? A university is to produce the workforce for the community. So if all 134 countries don't have a structure on education, and I am going to launch it at London, so if we do that and we have a structure for that, so what are we planning? Where is the structure for professionals? None. So by July last year, we were able to get together the Global South Engineers Association. We were able to get together for 2-3 weeks. Was it more than that? I think for about 4 weeks. I was doing a webinar every week. More than 14 weeks, whatever, because it's wild now. So we bring experts all over the world. Because we talk too much, we forget that what we said 20, 30 years ago, we are saying it all over again in a different format. So it's like an old wine in a new bottle. It's still the same old wine. So at the end of the day, when people come in and say all this, so I said, first of all, know what we are thinking about. It's all about mindset. So what value are you going to bring? So from that level, we created what is called the Global South Center for Research, Innovation, Peace, and Technology for Sustainable Development. So that was done. Got someone to do it. Then we now have the Global South Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mines, and Agriculture. Done. Global South Solar Energy Association. Done. Global South Media Association. Done. And I want to say something today. When I was sitting there, I told Dr. Inaugural, we're also going to have the Global South Association of Institute of Management and Business Schools, and it should be paid a very important role. And I think that because I believe he has the knowledge, experience. So I'm assured Dr. Khedkar there. So Dr. Khedkar is also already, and then both of them are already in the Global South Research Innovation Peace, because they are gurus when it comes to research. So we have that. And that we're now having a recognition with those that matter to our life. How many of you know about G77? How many of you know about G77? G77 group is the largest group in the United Nations. They are responsible to you, but you don't know them. So you see our world. When you don't know them, how can you call them to account for your lives? They are the largest group in the UN, 134 countries. I have the new chairman, who's from Uruguay. We're getting in touch to see how we can get things right. Ajay Banga is the president of the World Bank. He's from India. He used to be masterclass, CEO or whatever. He's always very worried about the fact that the unfairness of the global financial architecture. But we talk about it, they're not doing anything about it. Similarly, I pity the UN Secretary General. He's a very honest and sincere person. But unfortunately, his hands are tied. You see, if we don't understand what actually makes us, even whatever we do, not to achieve our goals, if we don't deal with that, we just be fighting the shadows, trying to plaster a wall that's already crumbling. At the end of the day, it's going to collapse. And you have to look at your life. Every second, every day you spend is very important. Well, we don't really say this because all of us here want to be great. The problem started right when they started planning our journey. Let me tell you one thing. God is so merciful to all of us. Every child born is a wealth to society. Every child born. Guess what? A child is not taught how to walk. Neither can you teach a child how to speak. You see, when they start speaking, it's like they're chips in their heads. Most of the behaviors they've seen around, you see them the way they start behaving. They like tormenting you. Children, you see how they tormenting their mothers or whatever. So you see, a lot is there. Nobody teaches them how to speak. Nobody teaches them how to walk. So, but there's something they have, a hobby. And we failed to understand the hobbies of our children. Because that's because the child, like I said, is the father of man. The child makes the society. So end of the day, what happened is that we set up an exam. Let me first finish that God gave us one sign, but we didn't take it. If you look at every child in kindergarten, when there's a sports day, they always have a coach. So they know those children are very good in sports. They have a coach. So as they grow up and moving on to professionalism, they have a coach. Look at the child who's been in sports as a child at 14 and that has never evolved. To tell you they'll be different. The exposure of that child in sports is more than the one that's never. But let me tell you, it's not every child that likes sports. So do we understudy those children that don't like sports? No, we never did to today. They said a child will tend to very good, they learn a lot. But we don't give them inhibits that understand knowledge that God has already given them. It's a hobby. And that's why when I talk to university graduates or personnel, I said, tell them, and I'm telling all of you here, please go and look at your hobbies. You do it every day without knowing it. You do it every day. If you can speak very well, and you can be listened to, start thinking about broadcasting, being a broadcaster. There are many ways we have things in us that God has given us, which is a hobby. Because what interests you don't ever make you feel stressed. You just do without you knowing it. That's why I said you be conscious about your SWOT analysis, about your strengths, your weakness, and the rest of it is very important. Which I'll bring you for if you don't know. Oh, thank you. That's what I'm doing. So that I don't know what I mean. And can you believe that with all the joy today, Dr. B, I slept at 6:30 this morning because I saw the greatness of this great center. Thank you. And I felt it incomplete for me. I said, no matter what it takes, even if I have to drop, I must finish this presentation for you. So the basis is we have brought something for you here. I am close to you here. London, India is not hard. I come here, I've been here 4 times now. I think I was at University, just November, when I came for the World Economic Summit, which Dr. Kadantri at the World Trade Center was holding. And so there's no distance between us. And God made it, there is now what you call virtual meeting webinar. And one of the things I like to state here is that what we did last year was on the 25th of March at the Indian Press Club. We launched 10,000 scholarships for African students. And also with my colleagues, partner in the UK and San Marino, we now offer even scholarship, 75% discount for MBA and BBA. We're trying to see how much we can support. And one other thing I should also say here, please, as you're in the village, do you know there are many problems in the village? But before I go to that, something that is happening here today, our prayer, our duty, our actions, is to do that. What we want to achieve here can be replicated in other parts of India and beyond. And what I'm talking about is this. It is what was mentioned also during my meeting with the Secretary of Abdul in Delhi 2 weeks ago. And that is the fact that we're going to change the mindset narratives in the world. Everywhere they talk about smart city. Smart what? Well, if you go to Washington, D.C., there's the closeness here, you have Maryland. And you see a lot of people plying every morning from Maryland into Washington, D.C. In the evening, you see the same thing. Why are they doing that? Because they can afford to live where they are contributing to a community that does not belong to them. And same thing here in Noida and Delhi, which is closer also. You see, like people moving. Because every government is talking of smart city. They never talk about smart village. Yet all our resources in the village, all our resources. You can see the arable lines that we have. Just one war, Ukraine and Russia, even India itself was talking about shortage of wheat. I felt ashamed about our leaders all over the world. With arable lands that we have, we cannot provide food because every child forgets that one thing, or we adults forget. A farmer is a highly blessed person, just like a teacher is a blessed person. But we leave all that because about 4 months ago or 3 months ago in England, there was about 56% increase on teachers' abuse by parents. And why is that happening? So when even in 2018, when they said about the World Economic Forum, when they said we're in the fractured world, what did we do? That was when we registered the Global South Economic Forum. Because we realized that we're not getting meaningful from the World Economic Forum. So why can't we look at our own problems and concerns, rather than looking at America, looking at Europe or whatever? So, but then, since that conference was co-chaired by women for the first time, I called for a meeting in New York with the UN women. Most of us, when we join the United Nations, we see that we have joined an aristocratic club. We too will feel, yeah, we've joined the club, we've joined the group. So we are not, we're dishonest to tell even the right thing to people that work with the United Nations. But when I got to their meeting with the Undersecretary of Women, who used to be the Vice President of South Africa, I told her right there, I said the UN woman does not even know the value of women. The new Secretary will get back to me when we're going to meet again. She's from Jordan, the new Secretary. Because I tell you what, women can change the world. They said, train a woman, you've trained the world. And I see that women are the problem of the world. Do you know that woman? Ladies? Do you agree with me? You disagree? Raise your hand. Most of them will raise their hand. Women are the problem of the world. So you agree with me? But I'll tell you why. When a woman is dressing fancifully, right? Who do you think is dressing for? Men, you can tell me, men, when you see women dressing fancifully.
For herself, I would say.
Yeah, of course she's dressing herself, not somebody else. Tell me. Who is she fancifully she's dressing for who?
Not to impress, for herself.
Of course she's dressing herself, not me. So you see, when a woman dresses fancifully, she's not for the man. No. She's competing with other women. No, don't say no, please. It's to show off that I'm better than you. That is a woman. But that has to change. Because women, if you look at animal kingdom, how they look after the let's call them children. They join them, they come together. But it's women that will say, I don't want to see you with those people. Because she feels she's much better than the other people. And this one, no, seriously, you women, when a general goes to war, the general is a woman at home. We respect you because no man here can raise his finger and say, I'm not born of a woman. I dare any man to raise his hand up. None. So you should know powers that God has given you. And you have to go back because you are also moving away from what God has created. And that's why I say today, I have nothing against any leaders. They say no child was born to be a vagabond. No child was born to be a prostitute. No child was born to be a miscreant. It's society that will tell what they are. The monsters among us, the decent people, the solid people, we created them. And I want to tell you how we created them. My little knowledge. They said, treat every child differently. Everybody agrees to that. Some children are autistic. Some children cannot memorize. If you can't memorize, it's likely you will fail. So the system created a problem for us. What they did was that they knew some people would fail, if not to 1/3 or 2/3. So they not counted those ones will be the gardeners, the drivers, the cooks. Not that those people are not intelligent. It's system. You can see, divide and rule. Then, when you do that, you now know the secret again. So some of those kids that could not pass, not all of them can accept failure. Why? They cannot go home and tell their mother or dad and say, Dad, I failed. So what does you think he or she would do? Tell me. You start to cheat in classroom. That's what happens. Those children who can't face their parents, so they cheat. And so cheating is now a different designs now in classrooms. And so as they do that, they now think it's a norm to cheat. So when they go to a position of high importance, guess what? That's how we created institutional corruption. Even some of them will not want to see their friends, to see them as if they are lesser being than them, or more, so they also do the same. So that's how we created people who think it's a norm to do things that are distasteful. And that's why you have, now what we do, we spend billions fighting cybercrime. We spend billions in prisons because of failure of how. If you go into the laboratory, you work in groups, am I right? When you want to turn lava to pupa to butterfly, you work in groups. But guess what? Why can't we design a system where everybody belongs because everybody is different to each other? That collectively you work together, so you can't say, I did it, we did it. But let me tell you what that system does. It makes us to have empathy, appreciation of each other, patience with each other, and to see togetherness of partnership. So when you now disintegrate young people, that's where our problem started. That's why I say today that we have the Global Star University Association. We will now later start to look at the child development. I remember my last daughter, who is now going to be 2 grandchildren. I have 6 grandchildren now. I told her, when she was small, she came back and I asked her, I tell you once that Do you know that the moment you send your child to school, that's where your problem has started? The moment your child goes to school, that's where you have more problems. And the reason why is this. That child has gone to a community where there are different children from different background, different environment, different language, different things. So it means you have a challenge. So what I did there when my child was very young, when she came back from school, I asked Aisha, what did you and your friends talk about today in the school? She looked at me. What is this man asking me? Me and my children asking me? She didn't want to say anything. But guess what? Every time she comes back, I ask her. All of a sudden, she comes back home, she'll drop her bag, jump on my knees, and start telling me about this said that. That helps you to start understanding the challenges you have there where you have left the child. Another thing which we've done, we now have what is called nanny states. Because of the system also. The system, when COVID came, let me put it before I left there, because my former Prime Minister, Sunak, teachers said they want better pay in the UK. Sunak now told them, he said there's no money. They now use the media to get the parents to start that you dare not strike. You need to go back to school. Meanwhile, when COVID came, we spent 440 billion pounds for COVID. For teachers who are going to build the state, the state, because the challenge is the future of the state. We said no money. The worst we could have done was to call all the big companies, multilateral companies, and say, look, hang on. These teachers are looking forward and taking care of the workforce of tomorrow. Let us support them. I'm sure they would have done that. So I tried sometimes with 1 week when we see things that we should look after, but we don't. So I tried to just try to close my speech, because if I go on and on and on, I know Dr. Inaugural will be telling me that, don't worry, just get up, come here, we'll just sit down, pray and sleep after. But I told him that's who I am. I don't know why. It just flows. But it's because I've gone through one of the hardest things in my life. Because what happened in July, if it had not happened after the loss of my daughter, I first told the House of Lords, I said, Council, I was charging £350 per seat for people to attend. Will you believe then, not saying that, and what happened to me, I said no. But this event still went on the 18th of July. We not only launched this institutional ecosystem for Global South, we went on to even give award to people who are notable, like I said earlier, the President of Namibia, the Dean of 194 countries, and the Secretary of the Commonwealth, which is 55 countries, received an award for the first time. What else? It is not by our might, because it was in destiny that would happen. And I'm saying what we are today is for good destiny. We will work closely together. Dr. Khedkar, Dr. Ingo, you see, they are brothers. I call them Dr. Khedkar. Can we look at quickly so that I can finish on the sound on the list we have, please? The PPT. I'll be very quick on it. Because they can do it alone, you have to support the center to achieve this greatness. And it's upon you that also, and I spoke earlier, I wanted to start doing something that I tell universities first. Please, you know yourself, you know each other's strengths. Work in groups. Even the Facebook guy, even the one of Alibaba, all of them, they work in groups. Work in groups. Go to the communities and start asking them their problems, their concerns, what they think can be improved on, Come back here. Think among you what solution you can bring. Can you see toothpicks? I now have different designs, 2 picks alone, different designs now. People are thinking and produce those, and yet they are still selling because the market is there. So what you need to do is to go into that community and start asking how they want to improve their lives, what are problems they think, whatever. Come back here. Let's see what, I'm giving you something now, please. Go into it and come back to us, the solutions we find. By the time you are leaving this institution, you've got a job. And you might even be the CEO or the director of the board, whatever, to carry on such idea. One of the things that I found that in most of government and universities, when you give a university a proposal or government, the first thing they will look at it, they will say, oh, that's good, where's the money? And I laugh. What kind of mindset is that? Do you know that the proposal they put alone is a capital? All you need to do is give it to one of the skillful person in your university or in your ministry. Go and look at this. Go and look at the possible beneficiaries of this idea. Because industries are looking for great ideas. Innovators are looking for ideas. And so, therefore, and when they saw that universities are not that very skillful, what they do, they look at, because in universities, all over the world, not Africa or Asia, 15% of our lecturers are very creative, but they are very connected with United Nations, to ministries, governments, so they become consultants. They are exploiting the university. Exploiting the university. And the other 15%, also very creative, but they don't have the influence of the first 15% of our lecturers. And so, which means their full mind is not yet on the children we're asking them to turn into great arts. So therefore, you now realize that not less than 50% of our lecturers are waiting for their pension. So what kind of brilliant young people are we going to bring up? So the GSU we have is a challenge, is it on now? So the GSU we have is to try to change the way, and I'm glad that Dr. Khedkar and Dr. Inaugural and also Dr. Chhatak have told you about the challenges of our time today. Things are going to change, it's to be changing completely. With AI, which is there, because we have to change the curriculums. And even one thing that our woman of this call, which is the richest man there, I think it's not the richest man anymore in China, he said, the robots are not going to think that it's you that thinks, and it's what you code you put in or whatever that makes them do what? I tell you no. So we have to be very innovative and creative, whatever we're doing. The answers are all there, your needs are all there, and what we're going to do together is something that is highly doable. And things are going to turn around by the grace of God for this great knowledge city. You have the people who are very capable to handle things. Do we have them? That's what kept me to 6:30 this morning. So, and I've always said one thing, if you're planning something, always think about how do you sustain it. If you can't sustain it, forget about it. Because there's no point wasting time. And like I also say again, don't ever think you know everything. Until we drop, we'll always learn. Never think you know everything. You can be greater than anybody on earth today because there are already people you can take as experience for yourself. I can look at a human being, take his good side, his good character, or see character is not really, but there are other ways which are very benevolent. I'd rather then take that, look at this man and say, oh, this man has this side, let me take that. Oh, that one has that, let me take that. for me to be a complete person. But first of all, you have to have peace in your heart. You don't pay for peace. It's right there in your heart. And also how our mindset have been polluted. Can anybody tell me what is called poverty? I don't think anybody can tell me. Maybe one or two people will tell me. What is poverty? A man walks on the street, takes about 3, 4, maybe a mile to take a taxi or a bus. And a man takes a Mercedes with AC, everything in there. He's driving on. The man is driving will say, if I wish I could be like that man, that Mercedes. Then when he gets to the bus stop, he stops the bus takes him. He doesn't have to think about the road tax. He doesn't have to think about the bill of that car, anything. But when he wants to go to the shop mall, he takes a taxi, buy his things, and take home. But you, who you are in that, you have to pay to go, what's it called? Gyms. You pay for that. Your health also, you have to consider that. So we have been hoodwinked as if poverty is about money. I can tell you, if you go to the hospital, you can see people, millionaires, with drips passed on them. And yet you have, what do you do right here? You can tell them it's not, some of it is right. Yeah, they told me to try to conclude. Don't worry, I'm concluding. Thank you very much. So which way we're not showing that, right? We should leave that. Are you showing that or not? Yeah. And you give it this. We're waiting for that. That's what I did sleep for 6:30. Sugar. I won't take too much time, don't mind. If anyone, you can turn it in and look at yourself. Oh, thank you. All I'm saying is that nobody here is born not to be praised. It's how you handle yourself. Nobody can help you. Only you can help yourself. But you cannot go alone. Don't make that mistake. That's a mistake we've made since 1948, because United Nations is about 80 years old now. But you cannot see what is happening to our great United Nations. But we want to support. If you go online of United Nations portal, you will see our report to United Nations. In 2013, maybe some of you know about the billion living. No, not that one. I'm talking about the PowerPoint presentation, I said. PowerPoint presentation. The PowerPoint presentation of that. For the first one you put in is what I'm talking about. The first one you put in, where you have transforming Phadtare, not that one, sir. The first one when you have the university, the center, I saw it just now. That's one. Don't strain their eyes. That's what we're talking about. Then calm down. So first of all, this is our vision. Go back forward a little bit. That's our vision, transforming this great center into something that is going to change our society, which we would have done from years back, but we never did. We were all talking about smart city. And to the detriment of our health, because people take their health hazards from the village, they take it to the city. We create problem there because we failed to develop rural communities. But I must commend the government for the beautiful road network. I commend the Indian government for that. So we want to transform that to work with ADO and then collaboration with Asia Development Bank and the government of Maharashtra. Can you come down, please? So here we said this is a smart village scheme, which we're intensifying. We call it agricultural revolution and rural transformation. Come down, please. Now, PKC Rural Transformation. Here we come. So you can read that. So we put there what I expected from this great knowledge city, which we intend to integrate, to put together. So that is the location here, which you all hear. Please come down, please. So that is a challenge, development challenge. I said here, rural youth face limited access to high quality technical education. The skills mismatch with modern industry needs. You can read the rest of that. Those are the challenges we think we have. Put that please, sir. Now the opportunity is right there. So we said PKC can become a model rural knowledge and innovation city by integrating education, research, skills development, renewable energy, and then you have the community transformation and also the global south. We are the only organization in the world that has created structures, both in education and professional areas, for the whole of 134 countries. Over there is our strategic partners. Over there on the side is the creation we created on the right, which is we call it institutional ecosystem. For the GSU, it's called the Global South University Association, which we have the founding president as the secretary of the Arab Association of Universities in Georgia, Professor Solomon. And the director general, she's based in Bahamas. She is the founder of CEO Network in Bahamas, Dr. Bartlett. Then we have the G-Script, which I told you earlier, that we had about some weeks of webinar, bringing experts all over the world to try and develop what we now call the Global South Center for Research and Innovation in Basic Technology for System Development. If the world can do it for us, we in developing countries, it's time we get ourselves together. And that's what we've done by doing a very intensive research over the last 15 years. Now, then we have the GSSEA, which is the Solar Energy Association. The person who will be the Director General, he is the Vice President of the Indian Solar Energy Association, as well as currently the Executive Secretary of the Indian Society for Technical Education, and his name is Dr. S.M. Ali. And then we have the GSEA, the Global South Engineers Association. The founding president we put in place is Engineer Jassim Al-Jolu. He is the former chairman of Phadtare Society of Engineers, and is also the president of the Federation of Global Engineers. And the person we made to be the Director General is Abdul, Engineer Abdul. He is the chairman of all Indian engineers in Qatar. And then we have the GSMA. The GSMA is somebody most of you will know. He is the Chancellor of AAFT University in Noida. That's Dr. Sandeep Marwa. And there's also chairman of ICMEE, which is International Center for Media and the other association. And then we have the GSDF, which is the Global South Diaspora Foundation. That is what I was asking that we wanted Prime Minister Modi to try to host all professionals from diaspora, from Australia, from Canada, from Europe, from America, so that because in there, we would have done it, but we don't trust each other. The world, we don't, and that's why we have problems. We don't trust each other, and we don't partner together. There is no meaningful or honest partnership, I can tell you. And that takes me back to 2013. When the United Nations saw that most of the probably know Millennium Development Goals, which is 20,000. At that time, it was 2000 was going to come. It's past now. It's 26 years now. So we know that 2015, the UN has to give us a scorecard. What have we achieved? So they got my Prime Minister, David Cameron. They got the President of Liberia, and they got the President of Indonesia as a high-level panel. They met in Indonesia. They met in Bali. And they came up with two things: renewed global partnership, people-centered policies. Oh my God. Guess what? 2015 came. I thought UN would use that as a foundation for SDGs. Even most of our universities don't know what is called SGS. I can stand in one field and say, none of them know what SGS is. Rather than just follow what this high-level panel stated, they are the high-level panel of the United Nations. That's what they said. And yet the UN now came in 2015 and gave us 17 goals. And some of them are overlapping. And I have said it in my report to the UN, Secretary General, for God's sake. And when we had an event in London, London University, they asked people to go on the post notes, 17 goals, which ones they are going to get involved in. Believe me, nobody went to partnership. I had to call the meeting and say, what's going on here? And end of the day, when they give 17 goals, they now put partnership as the 17th. Guess what? UN and all the countries in the world have not scored up to 20%. And yet we only have 4 more years to finish that. It's unforgivable. That's how we have come to lead ourselves. But however, we felt we are the global south. We are 134 countries. We are the largest and most highly resourced. But yet, we are the most probably underserved. But we will not allow it. And that's why we set up 15 years ago to now set up a structure that now been created. So the GSDF now will now make sure, because no country in the out of the diaspora, we are the brain. We have to give something back to you. We have the resources, we have the funds, we have the knowledge idea. So we have now determined that the Global South Diaspora Forum and the person who we have just made the Director General, she is the president of all the Asino Bahamas, and she is also the president of the, Commonwealth League, which is a very 100 years old Commonwealth League. She is now Director General. So we've got people in the right places. I mentioned Chamber of Commerce, I did not mention Chamber of Commerce. I think Dr. Kanachi will not be happy with me there because it's not there. Gosima is not there. Gosima should be there. Because the president of the World Trade Center of Mumbai, who is the president of all Indian industries, and also the chairman and the president of the World Trade Center Association in New York, Dr. Kanantri, Vijay Kanantri, he is the president of the Gosima. And the person who will be Director General is Nana, who is a former president of the Pan-African Chamber of Commerce in Addis Ababa. So we've got good, highly people, well qualified to lead, and they will work with us to make sure that what we are saying today will be achievable. Can we go to the next one, please? Thank you. So we have a technical partner. Abdul is already our technical partner. We give credence and we thank the excellencies, both the Secretary and the Assistant Secretary, even after we met on the 16th of January in the office. And I asked them to visit our office at the Meridian Hotel. Both of them came and honored our visit on the 28th. I mean, that is something you really thank, because it means that we have people in this world that want to see change in our world. So on the side here we have Abdul Azaruro, Africa Asia Smart Village Advocates. Next one, please. Alignment with the ADB strategy. ADB has a strategy for 2030. And I think what you're doing today here, the national government, even if not the central government, we're very much interested in what we're starting here today. And so we will try to make sure that the government, because this place will not be if there's no Maharashtra. So we're going to start with the Maharashtra government to support this. Unfortunately, the ADB was 60 years old this year. And they will be very glad to have this as something that will be replicated in other states, and that policies will change, where we don't put billions on smart city, rather we'll start putting billions on smart villages. Come down, please. Then there is still the transforming, which I've mentioned before, but the collaboration of the government of Maharashtra and the Asia Development Bank. Next one, please. Project vision. Our project vision is to transform this, our prestigious, because when Dr. Khedkar spoke earlier, he said, when I came here 10 years ago, and I come here today, I couldn't believe my eyes. Please a round of applause for all of you and the chairman and the director, and also the education director of this. A round of applause for them, please. Thank you. And so what we want to do is academic excellence, rural innovation, youth employability, climate resilience, community empowerment, and we also have the Global South leadership. We will try as much to connect. We have a 24 television station so that we use 24/7. Everything that we're doing around here, we make sure is well there. And also one of the things you also have to learn, which I want to mention, the social media is there for you today. So there's nothing you want to learn. And I always say one thing, there's so much information out there. Use the social media correctly, please. There's nothing you want to know or learn in this world that is not on that laptop in your hand. How you spend your time, how you kind of friend, and they say, show me your friends, I'll tell you who you are. You need to start looking who you want to be and know the people you follow. If your ambition is not greater than you, it's not an ambition. You must even be afraid or scared of your vision. That is how you can be able to grow and achieve greatness. So here we have the components. You will see one there. Let's go to 2 because that's been on for a few seconds. Component 2, please. That's the component. We also put there Global South Skills Academy, training, solar technology, digital literacy, agro entrepreneurship. The agro is something which also we talk about evolution of agriculture and rural transformation. All of you want to work in the city. Nobody sees that you can take some land there and start planting now and learn the tricks and everything. A farmer is the most peaceful person on earth because the rain will come, the sunshine will come. It will grow and it's surviving its living. So you have rural enterprise development and the ROI. Anything you do, if there's not a return on what you invest on, don't touch it. Come next again, please. Now we have the component 3, Center for Rural Innovation and Technology Transfer, which we call PCRITI, Agro Technology Research, Water and Soil Management Solutions. We're talking about renewable energy solution. We have student innovation challenges, technology transfer. So that we'll bring along, we have from the global, from diaspora. We'll bring it here by the grace of God. Next one, please. Yeah, let's start, please. Next one, please. Expected outcomes, you can see that. And then you can go down again, please. Go on. Budget review is there. Go down, just go down. Go down. Go down. Structures are over there. Call to partnership is right there. You can go down. And then that's the end. I'm thanking you very much for giving me the greatness and giving the joy. I'm so happy to be here. God bless you all. Namaste.
Thank you, Mr. Abdul Mohamad. What an inspiring speech, everyone here. I think God, everybody have their learnings with them, and what an inspiring journey. One more time, a big round of applause for Mr. Abdul Mohamad. Okay, we have Dr. Rajendra Kumar Khedkar here with us. So I will request Dr. Bahubali Gandhi to please felicitate Dr. Rajendra Kumar Khedkar. And it is my privilege to introduce Dr. Rajendra Kumar Khedkar. Dr. Khedkar is distinguished academician, senior administrator, researcher and industry trainer with nearly 4 decades of remarkable experience in teaching, research, institutional leadership and industry collaboration. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us. I will now call upon Honorable Mr. Jay Phadtare. It is a privilege to welcome an inspiring education chairman whose philosophy centers on inclusive growth and nation building through quality education. May I request a big round of applause? Thank you, sir.
Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Abdul sir, Guest of Honor, Dr. Chhatak sir, Dr. Khedkar sir, respected Pisal sir, Dada sir, and all the dignitaries on the dais. Eminent speakers from India and abroad, respected faculty members, research delegates, and dear students. Good afternoon to everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all on this prestigious international conference organized by Nyan Kala Krida Krishi Pratishthan. We are truly honored by the presence of our distinguished dignitaries whose guidance and experience add great values to this academic gathering. An international conference provides an important platform for the exchange of knowledge, research, and global perspectives. It encourages innovation, collaboration, and academic excellence, which are essential in today's rapidly evolving and perfect environment. I sincerely thank Mr. Abdul sir, Dr. Chhatak sir, Dr. Khedkar sir, Pithat, and Dada sir, and Dr. Babu sir, along with all the other respective dignitaries, for sparing their valuable time and inspiring us with their presence. I also appreciate the dedicated efforts of the organizers committee and faculty members for successfully organizing this event. I encourage all the participants to actively engage in this session and make the most of the international academic platform. With these hopes, I wish the conference great success and meaningful output. Thank you.
Thank you, Jay sir. May I call upon now the very elegant and an awesome personality, very inspiring personality. She was the first one I met when I came to this campus. I will now call upon Dr. Phadtare. I remember one sentence Dr. Abdul, Mr. Abdul Mohamad said, "You train the women and she'll train the world." Right? May we have Phadtare now.
Respected Chief Guest, distinguished members of dais, esteemed researchers, respected professors, and dear participants. I extend my humble greetings to all of you. I sincerely thank to Honorable Mr. Uttam Dada Phadtare, Chairman of Phadtare Knowledge City, and Mr. Dattatreya Abba Phadtare, Secretary of Phadtare Knowledge City, and my lovely family for giving me such a strong support in my journey of MBA and PhD. After 20 years gap, I completed my MBA and PhD degree. I especially thanks to Dr. Badave sir, please stand up sir, and Mr. Dr. Badave sir, who gives me strong support in my MBA journey and PhD journey. I also thank for giving me this opportunity to speak at this international conference. This platform is extremely significant for the exchange of knowledge, research, and global perspectives. My name is Dr. Phadtare. I am working as an associate professor in Maharashtra Institute of Management, Kalam. I have completed my PhD degree in Human Resource Management, and my academic journey is dedicated to teaching, research, leadership, and the holistic development of students. I am a member of our college trust's management committee and also member of Panchayat Samiti Indapur district Pune. I am also actively contribute to the institution's academic quality, planning and progress. I am also actively involved in all activities of MBA department as well as programs organized by other departments of the college. In my view, true leadership means leading by example through action. One of the greatest leaders who inspires us is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He taught us to dream big and work hard. His life teaches us the importance of humility, dedication and vision. Similarly, Indra Nuri, former CEO of PepsiCo, achieved global success through empathy, values and effective decision making. Her leadership shows us that empowering people is the true key to success. In the field of human resource management, I firmly believe that people are the real strength of any organization. When we invest in employees, students, and organizational culture, innovation, quality, and excellence naturally flourish. This international conference is not just an academic event, but a golden opportunity to learn new ideas, present research, and strengthen global collaboration. I hope my contribution today will be meaningful and beneficial to this conference. Let us all come together to inspire, innovate, and lead with purpose. I extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you and wishes this conference great success. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra. I love my India.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Moving forward, it is my distinct honor to invite a visionary leader whose dedication to education and academic excellence continues to shape future generations. A respected administrator, guiding force behind Phadtare College City, Honorable Dattatreya Phadtare, Secretary Dhyan Kala Krida Krishi Pratishthan Balchanagar, has been instrumental in fostering innovation, research and holistic learning for over 2 decades. His commitment to empowering students and strengthening educational ecosystems truly reflects transformative leadership. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Honorable Dattatreya Phadtare to the stage.
आज आपण या ठिकाणी इंटरनॅशनल कॉन्फरन्स घेत आहोत, परंतु सगळ्यांनाच आता इंग्रजी ऐकून थोडं सही झालं असेल, म्हणून मी माझे 4 शब्द आता मराठीत बोलतो. या कार्यक्रमाला उपस्थित असणारे यूकेवरून आलेले डॉक्टर अब्दुल साहेब, त्याचप्रमाणे अमेरिकेतून आलेले डॉक्टर चरक सर आम्हाला नेहमीच मार्गदर्शन करतात आणि आम्हाला सपोर्ट देतात. ते एकनाथ खेडकर सर, आमचे जवळचे मित्र डॉक्टर आनंदराव दडसल सर, डॉक्टर बाबुल सर आणि आताच उशीर आलेत ते राजकुमार तड सर. आज या कार्यक्रमाला उपस्थित असणारी संस्थेचे अध्यक्ष आदरणीय दादा, उपाध्यक्ष बाहुबली दादा, तसेच आमच्या गावाचे प्रतिष्ठित पैलवान मधुकरराव पाटील, संस्थेचे CEO जय फडतरे, आमच्या सुनील पत्नी डॉक्टर शैला फडतरे, आमच्या सुनबाई कल्याणी फडतरे, या कार्यक्रमाला उपस्थित असणारे आवर्जून आलेले मुळीक सर असतील, बडवे सर असतील, त्याचप्रमाणे उल्लेख करावा लागला तर आमचे जवळचे मित्र पत्रकार थोरात सर, आज या ठिकाणी आपण जो कॉन्फरन्स आयोजित केलेला आहे, ज्यावेळेस उद्देकर सर म्हणाले की आपल्याला इंटरनॅशनल कॉन्फरन्स या ठिकाणी घ्यायची आहे, मी म्हटलं उद्देकर सर काय बोलताय तुम्ही, माझा तर काय विश्वास बसत नव्हता. इंटरनॅशनल कॉन्फरन्स घेणं एवढं काय सोपं काम नाही. पण उद्देकर सरांचं नेहमी कॉन्फिडन्सली सांगणं असतं की आपण तो कॉन्फरन्स सक्सेसफुल करू, यात मला 100% खात्री आहे. आज त्यांना सुद्धा देशमुख मॅडम असतील, आमचे लिंबाळकर सर असतील, आमचे डॉक्टर इंगळे सर असतील, त्यांनी खरोखरच आणि त्यांचे सगळेच टीचर लोकांनी त्यांना सपोर्ट केला. आणि विशेष म्हणजे आमच्या फायनान्स बघणाऱ्या आखाड्या मॅडम यांनी सुद्धा फायनान्सकडं जास्त न लक्ष देता त्यांना सपोर्ट केलं. त्याबद्दल मी सर्वांचे मनापासून आभार मानतो. आज इंटरनॅशनल कॉन्फरन्स जी आपण या ठिकाणी घेत आहोत, आज जे अब्दुल आले, डॉक्टर अब्दुल UK आलेले आहेत, तर ते आपल्याकडे MOU साईन झालेले आहेत. आणि त्यांचं असं म्हणणं आहे की या ग्रामीण भागातले विद्यार्थी जर MBA असेल, डिग्री असेल, ME केल्यानंतर जर पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएटच्या कोर्ससाठी अमेरिका, युरोप, ऑस्ट्रेलिया या ठिकाणी जाऊ इच्छित असेल तर त्यांना स्कॉलरशिप ते त्यांच्या बँकेमार्फत मिळवून द्यायची जबाबदारी त्यांनी घेतलेली आहे. आणि असे बरेच विद्यार्थी त्यांनी इंडियातले फॉरेनला पाठवलेले आहेत, त्यांची स्कॉलरशिप त्यांनी दिलेली आहे. काल मी एअरपोर्टवरून त्यांना कलेक्ट करून बारामतीला सोडलं, त्यावेळेस त्यांनी सर्व काही मला सांगितलं की मी म्हणलं तुम्ही इथं कसं काय करणार, काय नाही. त्यामुळे ग्रामीण भागामध्ये जे इन्स्टिट्यूट चालवतात ते अत्यंत अवघड परिस्थितीत चालवतात. आणि हे ग्रामीण भागातले विद्यार्थी गरीब असतात. ह्या विद्यार्थ्यांना पोस्ट ग्रॅज्युएट नंतर जर शिकायचं असेल तर शिक्षणाला पैसा वाचून शिक्षण घेता येत नाही, म्हणून ते अशा ठिकाणी जातात आणि त्या विद्यार्थ्यांना पूर्णपणे मदत करतात. त्याबद्दल मी मनापासून त्यांचे आभार मानतो. आज त्यांचं वय 70 आहे. 16 तास जर्नी करून ते लंडनवरनं दिल्लीला आले, दिल्लीवरनं पुण्याला आले, पुण्यावरनं बारामतीला आले. येता येता त्यांना म्हणलं चहा प्यायचा आहे. ते मसाला त्यांना चहाबद्दल काय समजत नव्हतं, पण ते आवडीने चहा पिले. परत पान खाताना सुद्धा म्हणले व्हॉट इज दिस. आणि पान त्यांना काय कधी खाल्लं नव्हतं, पण मी म्हणलं सर टेक इट. त्यानंतर पान सुद्धा आणि आवडीने ते प्रवास करत आल्यानंतर ताबडतोब जेवायला सुद्धा बसले. मला वाटलं फ्रेश वगैरे होतील, मी म्हणलं फ्रेश वगैरे होऊ नका सर, आता आपण जेवण करू, कारण मला बी कंटाळा आला होता. आणि दादांना म्हणून म्हणजे त्यांना थांबायचं होतं, पण मला कंटाळा आला, मी म्हणलं सर जेवणच करू. ते अत्यंत उत्साही, ह्या वयात पण त्यांनी अत्यंत चांगला उत्साह दाखवला. आज खरोखरच आपल्याला या फडतरे नॉलेजशिंगला इथल्या विद्यार्थ्यांना एक फार मोठी संधी यामुळे उपलब्ध झालेली आहे. पहिल्यांदा तर कॉन्फरन्सला मला एवढा काही उत्साह वाटत नव्हता, पण ज्यावेळेस त्यांनी सांगितलं की ह्या विद्यार्थ्यांना आम्ही स्कॉलरशिप मिळवून देऊ आणि जे तुम्ही ग्रामीण भागातले विद्यार्थी आहे त्यांना कुठंही शिकायला जायचं असेल तर मी निश्चित मदत करीन, त्यावेळेस मला खरोखरच वाटलं की जी कॉन्फरन्स उद्देकर सरांनी, देशमुख मॅडमनी आणि लिंबाळकर सरांनी, इंगळे सरांनी घेतली, त्याबद्दल मनापासून त्यांचे मी आभार मानतो. आणि अशीच कॉन्फरन्स तुम्ही घेत जावा, या ग्रामीण भागातील विद्यार्थ्यांना असंच शिक्षणाला प्रोत्साहन करूया. आज मी थोडं मराठीत बोललो, मला इंग्रजी बोलता येतं नाही असं नाही. मी स्वतः MBA ग्रॅज्युएट झालेलो आहे, इंजिनिअरिंग झालेलं आहे, एवढा मोठा बिझनेस मी करतो. पण कंटाळा आल्यामुळे म्हणलं थोडंसं आपण मराठीत बोलू म्हणजे सगळ्याच समजेल. त्यामुळं आज संयोजकांनी मला बोलायची संधी दिली, त्याबद्दल मनापासून त्यांचे आभार मानतो आणि थांबतो. जय हिंद, जय महाराष्ट्र.
Thank you, sir. We now move on to the MOU signing. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a significant moment, Memorandum of Understanding signing ceremony. I will call Dr. Arun Ingle. Grace the stage. A big round of applause.
सगळे मुलं शांत बसलेले मी समजू शकतो परिस्थिती काय आहे. आणि आपल्या ऑनरेबल आबांनी सांगितलंय की आपण नक्की आता कुठे पोहोचलो पाहिजे. सगळेच इंग्रजीमध्ये बोलतात. आपल्या सगळ्या विद्यार्थ्यांना माहिती की नवीन एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीमध्ये आपण म्हणतो की आउटकम बेस्ड एज्युकेशन. सगळ्या एक्सपर्ट लोकांनी तुम्हाला सांगितलंय की नक्की तुम्ही इथे आला तर कशाला आला. कॉलेजला बंक करणे, लेक्चर न करणे किंवा कॉलेजला न येणे, कॉलेजला नाही तर पेपर लिहिणे आणि डिग्री घेऊन जाणे, हे आजच्या नवीन पॉलिसीच्या धोरणामध्ये कुठे बसणार नाही. कारण तुम्ही MBA, PhD आणि कुठलेही जरी क्वालिफिकेशन घेतलं तर त्याकडे बी प्लेन पेपर फॉर इंडिया फ्युचर. त्यामुळे तुम्हाला लर्निंग प्रोसेसमध्ये या गोष्टी समजणं गरजेचं आहे. जिथे संस्थेचा उद्देश स्टुडंटचा, विद्यार्थ्यांचा आणि तिथे काम करणाऱ्या कर्मचाऱ्यांना चांगल्या सुविधा देणे असतं, त्याचप्रमाणे विद्यार्थ्यांनी त्या कॅम्पसमध्ये काय गोष्टी घडत असतील तर त्याचा त्यांनी पूर्णपणे फायदा घेतला पाहिजे. कारण की एका साईडला आपण म्हणतो की आपल्या कॉलेजमध्ये काहीच होत नाही. मॅडमने सांगितल्याप्रमाणे किंवा एका एक्सपर्टने सांगितलं, आपले खेडकर सर देखील म्हटले की तुमच्यामधला उत्साह तो स्पार्क आहे. That spark is missing from you. We try hard to sit for 3 hours. आपल्या 3 तास बसणं देखील असह्य होतं. आणि आपल्याकडे 70 वर्षाचा आपल्या ऑनरेबल सेक्रेटरीने सांगितल्याप्रमाणे चीफ गेस्ट 24 तास प्रवास करून आपल्याकडे येत आहेत. 3 तारखेला ते 10 तारखेला परत जातील. म्हणजे आपल्या एका इव्हेंटसाठी दॅट मॅन इज स्पेंडिंग ऑलमोस्ट 1 वीक. So you should try to understand the burning desire. हे बघा, फॉर द सेक ऑफ गेटिंग मार्क्स यू विल गेट मार्क्स, यू विल बी पास. कॉलेज बंक करा किंवा कट्ट्यावर जाऊन टाइमपास करा, पण आजच्या लर्निंग प्रोसेसमध्ये हा टाइमपास विल नॉट बी युजफुल. तुम्हाला मी उदाहरण देतो, तुम्हाला माहित असेल किंवा माहित नाही, पण जगाच्या पाठीवर राज्य करणारी एक कंपनी सध्या आपल्या महाराष्ट्रामध्ये गाजते आणि तिचं नाव आहे बाप कंपनी. किती मुलांनी बाप कंपनीचं नाव ऐकलेलं आहे? मला हात वरती करायला सांगा. संगमनेरच्या छोट्याशा खेड्यामध्ये एक व्यक्ती अमेरिकेत जातो, खूप स्ट्रगल करून तो माणूस तिथे राहून परत भारतात येतो आणि आज 5,000 लोक त्यांच्याकडे काम करतात आणि बाप कंपनीचं त्यांच्या तिथे लोकांना उद्योग देतात आणि ती कंपनी काही खेड्यात चालू शकते. म्हणून एक संकल्पना आपल्या डोक्यात आली की आपले संस्थापक एवढं खूप काही करतायत, पण मिसिंग लिंक काय आहे ते काही बऱ्याच गोष्टी संस्था चालकांना माहीत नसतात. त्यांच्यापर्यंत पोहोचवणे आपल्या अधिकाऱ्यांचं काम असतं, प्रिन्सिपलचं काम असतं आणि त्यांच्याकडनं करून गेले विद्यार्थ्यांनी देखील तर सहभाग घेत असतो. म्हणून आज डायस वरते आणि डायसच्या समोरचे देखील काही लोक असह्य झाले असतील, पण आपल्याला 3 तासाच्या वेदना देखील आपलं फ्युचर घडण्यासाठी जर सहन करता येत नसतील तर आय डोंट थिंक कुठलाही मोठाही प्लॅटफॉर्म आपण संस्थेने आपल्याला उभा करून दिला तर त्याला आपण जस्टिफाय करू शकतो. म्हणून माझी सगळ्यांना एकच विनंती असेल, हा स्पार्क तुम्ही चालू ठेवा. कारण की हा MOU करण्यापाठीमागचा उद्देश सरांनी सांगितलाय. आपल्या चीफ गेस्टने चरक सर इथे आलेले आहेत. दोन्ही आंतरराष्ट्रीय विद्यापीठ आपल्या सोबत करार करण्यासाठी तयार आहे. तुम्ही खूप अडचणीमध्ये शिकताय, संस्थेसमोर खूप अडचणी आहेत, पण त्यातनं बाहेर पडण्यासाठी मी माझ्या अनुभवाचं सांगतो की माझ्या 30 वर्षाच्या अकॅडमिक करिअरमध्ये खूप MBA, MCA, इंजिनिअरिंग, फार्मसीच्या विद्यार्थ्यांना बाहेरची स्कॉलरशिप मिळाली. याच वर्षी आपल्याकडे MCA कोर्स सुरू झाला. मला सांगायला लागलं ना, मी अगोदरच्या ठिकाणी जिथे होतो तिथे माझ्या 2 विद्यार्थ्यांना अशाच फोरमवरनं 35-35 लाख रुपयाच्या 2 स्कॉलरशिप मिळाल्या होत्या. नाशिकच्या मुली होत्या, त्यांनी कधी स्वप्नातही विचार केला नव्हता. आणि नॉट ओनली दे गॉट द स्कॉलरशिप, फक्त त्यांना त्या कॉलेजमधनं एक ब्रेक थ्रू स्पार्क मिळाला की नाही तू असं करू शकते, तू कर, या एक्झामला बसू शकते बस. आणि त्या माध्यमातून त्यांना मिळालंय. आणि लाईकली देर आर हंड्रेड्स ऑफ स्टुडंट्स आर डुईंग extraordinary thing with the help of benefits of this international collaboration. म्हणून हा कोलॅबोरेशन करत असताना आपल्याला स्टुडंट सेंट्रिक लक्षात ठेवून आपण करत आहोत. म्हणजे बऱ्याच वेळा तुम्हाला माहित नसतं, कोर्सेरा कोर्स तुम्ही ऐकलेला आहे की मला माहित नाही. स्वयं प्लॅटफॉर्म सध्या आपल्या भारताच्या पाठीवर जागतिक स्तरावर सांगतोय ते 40 करोड विद्यार्थी सध्या क्रॅश कोर्स फ्री एज्युकेशन मध्ये घेत आहेत. डिग्री करून थांबून चालणार नाही, तर आपल्याला आपले स्पार्क ओळखून आपल्याला कोणी मदत करू शकतं का, आणि त्या मदतीसाठी आपल्याला हवी अशा कोलॅबोरेशनची गरज. म्हणून मी आणि आमच्या सगळ्या टीमनी सहभाग घेऊन दोन्ही इंटरनॅशनल ऑथॉरिटीजला रिक्वेस्ट केली, त्यांनी आपली रिक्वेस्ट मान्य केली. म्हणून आजचा आपण इंटरनॅशनल कोलॅबोरेशन करतोय आणि तो MOU आपण मिनिमम 3 वर्ष आणि मॅक्झिमम 5 वर्षाचा असेल. त्यामुळे ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांकडे चांगले स्किल्स असतील, ज्यांना फायनान्शियल प्रॉब्लेम्स असतील, ज्या विद्यार्थ्यांनी आम्ही स्लो लर्नर फास्ट लर्नरच्या माध्यमातून सगळ्या प्रोसेस कंप्लीट करून घेऊ आणि त्यात सिलेक्टेड विद्यार्थ्यांना या मोहीच्या माध्यमातून आपण आंतरराष्ट्रीय प्लॅटफॉर्मवरती पाठवू आणि तेच विद्यार्थी कदाचित बाग कंपनीचे पार्ट देखील होतील आणि ते इंडियामध्ये राहून लाखो रुपये स्कॉलरशिप मिळवतील. माझ्यासमोर असे शेकडो विद्यार्थ्यांचे एक्झाम्पल्स आहेत की ज्यांना ओव्हरऑल 2 मिनिटं बोलता येत नव्हतं. 50 लाख रुपये मंथली सॅलरी घेतात. Now I am not saying yearly, 50 lakh rupees monthly salary. Students are earning, those who are not in position to talk for 2 minutes. Then we thought that why not take that benefit to the students from Phadtare Knowledge City. आणि म्हणून आम्ही हा उपक्रम राबवतोय. त्याच्यामध्ये त्याचा फायदा विद्यार्थ्यांना, शिक्षकांना, रिसर्च सेंटर तयार करणाऱ्या विद्यार्थ्यांना, ज्यांना पेटंट पडले जाते त्यांच्यासाठी देखील होईल. म्हणून सगळ्या विद्यार्थ्यांना मला सांगायचं वाटेल की Phadtare Knowledge City मध्ये ज्या गोष्टी होतील त्या गोष्टी आपण एक मॅटर पॅरामीटर्स मध्ये घेऊन न्यू एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीला आउटकम बेस्ड एज्युकेशन देऊया यासाठी आपण घेतलेलं आहे. सरांनी सांगितल्याप्रमाणे फंडिंग आपल्याकडे उपलब्ध आहे. संस्था आपल्याकडे त्यांच्या फंडिंग द्यायला तयार आहेत. फक्त तुमची शिकण्याची तयारी पाहिजे आणि 3 तास काय चांगले घेतले तर 6 तास नॉन स्टॉप प्रॅक्टिसची तयारी ठेवा. आय विल मेक इट हॅपन दॅट every month we can call one extraordinary expert from international forum with these people those who are sitting on the dais. So this is a great opportunity. Hope that will be beneficial to you. I wish you all the best and I once again welcome all the dignitaries on the dais and welcome all the participants from various universities and institutions. Thank you.
फोटो 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 घ्या सर.
एवढंच फोटो
Thank you everyone. This is a big deal and I think I see a very bright future for all the individuals sitting over here. A big round of applause for Phadtare Knowledge City for giving this opportunity to the students, for giving this platform. And I feel every individual here is very lucky today. Thank you everyone. Now we will have the lunch break and we will have it for 45 minutes. I request everyone to be here in 45 minutes. Thank you so much. Please come here to the same hall. Thank you.